The character's name is Arthur Crane.
Very cool. You sound like a hard-boiled detective.
He's actually from a character from a novel I was writing a while ago. Um, he was actually a geneticist in a
Ah,
post-apocalyptic scenario. I felt that the name suited.
damn it. Why did you change my name? Also, yes, it sounds good. Not the spirit. Okay. Just confused everyone. Sorry about that. Uh, but yeah, that's a really cool name. I like it. So what clan did you pick?
Tremere.
Excellent. Excellent. It's a good choice.
Ah, okay. Uh, uh-huh.
Hello, Barry.
Hi, Jesse.
Yeah, not at this point, no.
I wonder who that is. Oh boy. Sage has a lot on her plate right now. Yeah, what with trying to find Scheherazade. Um,
Yeah.
I think Mercy and Vincent are probably the best people to do this. Um, we can just leave Remus in the dust.
Okay. All right.
We were so tempted. But then we're like, oh no. To be honest, Mercy is really keen to find out where Gustavius is. No, because he's gone dark. There's a lot of cutlery and plates. Okay.
So here we are at episode number 70.
2085.
Close to it. This is episode 73, yet unnamed episode. I believe we are now streaming on the correct channel. I'm going to double check that and double check the sound because, you know, these types of fuck ups happen.
Well, Barry's sound is good.
Here we are. I can see us.
So am I.
Talk for us,
Jesse?
guys. Say
I'm
things.
good. I can hear.
You can hear.
But you can hear me.
Excellent.
Here.
You can hear.
But you can hear me.
Yep, cool bananas.
You
we're
could probably
good to
stand
go.
to turn yourself up just a fraction, Russell, but other
What I
than
can
that,
do is move my mic a bit closer. That's usually my problem.
yeah.
It just takes up so much disk space. I need one of those big arm thingies, the armature thingies. You know how it goes. Anyway. Okay, so, Jojo's here. Nice to see you, Jojo. He says, sound is good. All right, then. So you are... Arthur, where is your character based? What city?
Wembley.
Wembley. Okay, so might he spend quite a lot of time around London, CBD?
Yes.
That would make sense. Okay, cool.
One of the main research facilities that he works at is right in London.
All right, fair enough. And do you have an idea for where he lives, his house, his car, his, family life, home life?
His home life is a little rocky. He's got a fairly aggressive father who tends to want to lean on him a little too hard into his intellectual pursuits. A mother that is dismissive and has more focus on his brother, who is an absolute F up.
Right.
Through any other business deal. So him and his brother don't really have a very familial connection at all.
Right.
Nor does he actually have any real good family connections with any of his family members. Mostly because of the fact that one of the secrets is that he thinks he's adopted.
Right. That makes sense. Okay, so he's it's a bit tense then, is what you're saying?
Yep. His only lifelong companion is his blue heeler beagle cross dog by the name of Bugle.
Bugle the Beagle, is that what I got?
That's what you got.
Okay, cool. Bugle the Beagle. All right.
Yeah.
Adorable.
So hopefully it's a dog that I hope to have in my future in real life. So
fair enough. Well, over the last few weeks, your character may have noticed a sort of sense of being watched. A few too many times you've seen the same people in the same places, the same people You've never had this before in your life, have you? I mean, this is not something that you're used to.
people following me? No, not at all. In fact, most people avoid me.
Right, right. And now you're getting the impression that somebody's reading your mail, going through your trash can, possibly even tapping your phones. You don't know. There's just this strange sensation that you have there. I'm going to think a little bit more about how this is happening so that you can latch onto some physical evidence, or if you can think of anything like that. But essentially what's happening here is that the Order of Mars have kind of marked you. And at this point, they've put some very basic watch teams on you just to survey you and find out who you are and where you live and what you're up to and anything they can do without really intruding into your life. So that's the sense that you're feeling at the moment. But Mercy and Vincent, you are requested to meet with Archon Post Justica Gustavius at the Preisner Tower in Milan.
Good.
Right.
We're going to go there. We're going to be like, sorry, Remus, we gotta go. This was lovely chatting. And we disappear to Milan.
Right.
And
it's a little bit more complex than that, but
scale
yes.
that tower.
Okay, so you get to Milan, and having arrived in Milan, you will have been keeping in touch with Gustav's primary retainer, Karl, and Karl will have told you when and where and so on, and so you've made it to this appointment in the Preisner Tower on the 32nd floor. The time is 1 a.m. as you get in the lift, and this lift does not play pretty elevator music like the one in Chicago. This lift is silent, and there is just the sounds of the elevator itself. I was going to say your heartbeats, but then I realized that you don't have heartbeats because you're vampires. Right. The lift arrives at the top floor, and bing, it opens. And you see a secretary there, and she looks up at you. She stands, and she says, Are you the one called Mercy?
That's me. We're here to see Gustavius.
He will meet you in a few moments.
Okay,
He's
okay.
just in his office. She points you to some chairs over by the wall.
He's alive. I mean, well, you know, he's around, right?
She looks up at you like it's a completely absurd question, and she points down the hall, and you can see through the glass window into one of the offices. Gustavius is chewing out a number of security men, silently behind
Thank Hello Kitty.
soundproof glass.
Jesus. Okay.
So these security people get up and leave from his office while you wait. One of them looks especially broken. And they get in the same lift that you just came up, and they head downstairs in the silent elevator. The lady comes out and she says, Gustavius will see you now.
We'll stand up and go.
All right, so you head on through to
Come
his
on,
office.
Vincent, let's go.
Really? All right, off we go.
All right, when you step into the office, Gustav immediately turns around to face you both. He looks at you, Mercy.
And I look at him.
He says, Mercy,
Gustavius, where have you been?
what is
You had
my
me worried.
title, Gustav? What is my title, Mercy?
I don't remember. Wait.
You don't remember my title.
Post Justic. Is that right?
He
Post Justica.
He steps up to you. My full official title, Archon Post Justica Gustavius. He steps on your foot and crushes the bones in the toes of your feet, of your left
Could you
foot.
get off my foot? It's really hurting. Look, hey, I was just caring about you, okay? I'm sorry.
Excellent.
Get off my foot.
Not until you've learned.
Archon Post Justica Gustavius.
Are you sure?
Not anymore. Not anymore, I'm not. I looked at Vincent. Oh, he's hurting my foot.
He releases you.
Look, I get it.
I have a task for you.
You went dark. I get it.
Silence.
That's fine.
He throws a couple of brown manila folders on the table. It's a board table in front of you both. One for each of you. The cover of the folder has a name etched into it in black ink. It says, Arthur. What's his last name?
Crane. It's
Crane.
like
That was all very
Arthur Crane.
simple. It's so simple.
I know. Arthur Crane is etched into the front of this folder that you each have a copy of.
So who's this guy?
He is a person of interest to the Order of Mars. He is of particular interest to the Master. He may be
Why?
of the blood. He may be of the blood.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Perhaps.
So he
Well-
wants to go get him?
Yes, I want you to investigate this individual and find out if you think he has an aptitude for our organization.
And what are the specifications as far as, is he human at this time?
Presently, this fellow is a human, yes. He has no powers. He has an interest, I think, passing in certain subjects, perhaps more native to the Saint Bernard than to myself.
Ah, I see.
Wow, that's really cool.
And
I'm gonna be shaking my foot and like holding onto it and just
Pumping
using the blood to heal it.
Yeah, okay, so
So-
your bones are going popping back into place. Barry Vincent can hear Charlie's character's toe bones popping back into place with the blood as it heals them. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
so you just want us to investigate the
For now, yes.
yes.
I'm not much of an investigator.
Well,
Why can't we just go in and bring him over?
because he may be a trap, Mercy. This might be some long game played to us by the Setites. This might be Lady Amisa trying to toy with the Master.
Okay, right.
All
Right, we'll
these
go.
things.
We will go and we will surveil then. We'll do some investigation.
Very well. And, of course, have fun. But there are two things that you must not do. Are we clear? Number
You haven't
one,
told us. Oh,
you will not see this individual destroyed. He will not die. Nothing will happen to him. Yes? You will keep him safe. And number two, you will not, under any circumstances, embrace him. That will be for the Master alone. If anyone, we shall see.
Understand.
Now, in the file you will find addresses, phone numbers, photographs, details, curriculum vitae, bank accounts, statements, bills, photocopies of passports, etc. You can use these things to meet him surreptitiously, learn who he is, see how his mind reacts to the world of darkness once you bring him that far. You may, under these circumstances, have my permission to make him a ghoul. Temporarily.
okay. We can do that.
Last but not least, I have been given an account to pass on to you. There is 500,000 euros budget for this operation. It is on this card. He hands it to whichever one of you wishes to take
I'll take it. Thank you.
Right.
Haha, I bet you to it.
Right.
Put it in my wallet.
Very well. Your task begins now. Good night.
Before we go, could I have some more of the Master's blood?
I should recommend you take a journey to the mountain for such.
After this?
After this, perhaps.
Okay, okay. Just you know what I'm like when I'm away from my family.
Yes. Well, we are all one part of a big family now.
Okay, okay. I'm not gonna get antsy, it's fine.
Alright. She values her toes too much. Okay, so you leave, I assume?
Yes, does Gustavus have flights for us available?
What for you?
Flights for us.
Flights.
We're not in
Um,
London, but we need
right.
to get to London.
Right, yes. You can, Carl will have organized all of that shit for you, yes.
Okay, cool. Excellent.
So flights booked, blah, 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 you drive. What I need to know is who you take.
Vincent.
Well, besides Vincent, so Vincent, you're taking Mr. Winters, I'm sure. Can't hear you, but I am just gonna.
We'll take Mr. Winters and a team.
And a team, okay, so you have a team as well. All right.
Yeah.
And Mercy, do you have any retainers that you're taking with you?
No.
Do you have any retainers that are there? No.
No.
No. Okay, cool. Very well. So, cutting back to our new friend Arthur Crane. Arthur, you are at home, presumably, after hours at night time, going about your things. What do you think you would be doing on a leisurely week night? I don't know how leisurely it would be, but
Most likely taking the dog for a walk, and after that, coming back home, fixing the dinner, doing the normal human things. I do have some research that I do conduct at my abode. So I could be doing that, and it's a small garage out back where I have my car and just a small setup of beakers and chemistry paraphernalia
Right.
that I would be using to test any sort of remedy that I've come about and concocted to apply to myself to see whether or not it would actually help with the degenerative disease.
Right. Fair enough. Okay. So while you're doing that, you guys are traveling to London, and so you've arrived by plane, and you've got out of the plane at a warehouse at London Airport.
Heathrow?
Heathrow. Yes,
No.
thank you. Heathrow.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. And you thus have vehicles organised, I assume. Mr. Winters perhaps has a vehicle organised.
Yes, well, he should. If he
Alright.
doesn't,
All right, so you get off the plane and ushered through the airport, out through the warehouse at the back, this hangar. You avoid all customs and so on and so forth because you came via the luggage container. And getting out, you are now in a car driving, and the driver asks you for the address. What do you give him?
have we got a safe house here?
In London,
Yes.
multiple safe houses, I suspect.
I'll pick one of the safe houses because I want to finish reading the dossier.
Okay, that's fair. All right, so you head to a safe house. No problem. You get to the safe house and you head on in. It's all very quiet. Everything's covered up with sheets and things. Nobody's been here for a while. You can tell me about the safe house if you want, or you can save it for later.
We've got his address, right?
You do have his address, his phone number, his social security number, his cell phone number, the chassis number on his car. You've got photographs of any tattoos that he might have. Now, quickly, Arthur, Jesse, tell me what sort of medical history might someone else get access to about him? What might be in his medical file available to someone that snoops?
Quite a bit. He has been suffering from a rare and as of yet undiagnosed blood-borne disease. Medical doctors throughout most of his life have yet to figure out what it is, but they've been able to suppress much of the negative effects through a barrage of treatments, mostly drugs, which unfortunately leads him to epileptic fits on occasion, especially when emotions get heightened.
Right.
There's also the medical documentation that would have been there when he was back in Chicago during his graduate years.
Okay.
A lot of the research that he's been posting, none of it's been peer reviewed. So quite a bit, honestly. There's probably more out there than there should be.
Okay, so there's tons of stuff. Okay, cool.
Can I also ask, what does your character look like? We should be able to see pictures
Yep.
of you.
Think of Jeff Bridges from The Big Lebowski.
Okay.
Right.
Great.
The dude
That's awesome.
abides.
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
Huh.
Cool bananas.
What
All
a
right.
character.
So how much research are you going to do about this guy? How much are you going to put into this? How long is it going to be before you go and intercept him and fuck up his life?
Well, I'm going to be reading over everything a couple of times.
Okay.
I don't want to be caught off guard by anything.
All right. So do you want to add anything to the file yourself, Arthur? Anything in that file that you think these guys should know, story-wise at this point? Any facts or...
He's been starting to dabble in occult information. So he's been trying to find, because he's tried every other avenue and nothing seems to be working. So he's been looking at other occult information.
Right. So alternative medicines to begin with.
Alternative medicines, correct. So anything to do with, voodoo to, shamanism to witchcraft to, you take your poison.
Right.
He's been trying just about everything he could possibly find.
Is he a desperate man?
At this point of his life, he's starting to get desperate. He's a survivor, so he's never going to give up. None of the medical doctors have been able to do anything for him.
Right.
So he's going to do everything he can to ensure his own longevity.
Right. So, quick question then: what are the signs? What are the effects of his autoimmune bloodborne disease?
The autoimmune disease that he currently suffers from is again yet undiagnosed.
Right.
The fits are because of the drugs, not because of the autoimmune. But the autoimmune is actually eating away at the base proteins in his blood. So it's like these little bastards are running around in his bloodstream, chewing everything that's positive out of him.
Right. Stripping
So he
his blood
leaves.
of nutrients and so forth.
Correct.
Right.
And makes it very, very difficult for him to maintain positive energy levels,
So
even though he does try to
tiredness,
exercise.
focus,
Correct.
concentration, stuff like that. Okay.
All of that.
All of that.
Occasionally he will bleed from his nose.
Possibly
But
collapse.
yes, possibly.
Right. Okay. Cool. So
That's so cool.
all right. So does he use anything like a scooter or a cane or anything like that sometimes, or any of the time?
Never.
Okay.
Never. He's too proud.
He's too proud. Okay.
If he collapses, he will usually feign it off as, oh, I've got a wicked hangover, and I worked out too hard last night, or I haven't eaten. Like he always comes up with some sort of an excuse if he
Right.
does collapse in public. But he
Okay.
will never be seen with a cane or any sort of walking aid.
Fair enough. Okay, so how far you want to take this investigation before you do anything, guys? How much more do you want to
Well,
milk? You talk to him, ask him questions out of game if you like.
personally, I would have read through the files a couple of times and then I would go to the actual place and start scoping out the area.
Okay.
And himself trying to look through windows and whatnot. I can obfuscate, so I can
Right.
sneak in if I wanted.
Right. So you could head on in with a pair of binoculars and
Yeah,
maybe a couple of weapons if necessary, just in case. But you might go for a bit of a scope out of the neighborhood and obfuscate and wander around and get close to the house.
yeah.
Maybe even in the house if the door's unlocked, something like that.
I try and take note of security.
Okay, so what sort of
Uh,
security does he have at his house? Any security at all?
No, him and technology don't get along very well. So he has whatever the house came with, and he really doesn't even know how to use it.
Okay, so maybe he's got an
It
alarm system, but he doesn't use it.
No, like if he does, yeah, exactly. He doesn't use it.
Right, just
so
turned it off.
as you're in London, what kind of place do you have? Is it one of those like brick, like two-story places? Yeah, there's very stereotypical Coronation
Uh,
Street looking houses.
yeah, you could say that. It's a corner unit,
Mm.
single bedroom. The garage. It's all gated off with high fences, probably about 6, 7 foot fences, wooden brown picket fence. Uh, perfect for families if you ever decided to have one.
Right.
And it also is high enough to allow him to partake of his herbal pain meds.
Nice.
Right. Right. Fair enough. Herbal pain meds. Yep. Okay. Cool.
I'm just not sure for the purpose of the stream what is appropriate.
Oh, you can say whatever you want. The stream is I mean it's you have to click a thing that says I acknowledge this is an adults only thingo before you come in here. What we're
Perfect.
not allowed to do is drink on stream, but we can talk about drinking.
And you
Perfect.
can hide alcohol
All
in
right,
mugs.
if you want it. If you want it. We do not condone
Noted.
that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Ever.
So no, he does partake
No,
of
no.
of
No, that'd be
of
insane.
uh,
No,
of
that's
weed
crazy.
as a it helps with the pain.
Right. No, that makes sense. Okay. So, Barry, do you have any questions for Jesse about his character Arthur?
Okay. What are your hobbies?
He hikes, he reads, walks his dog. He shoots at the range almost 2 to 3 times a week. So he does go out and do hunting occasionally with his brother and father. Um,
Very good for the order that way. Okay, yeah, okay. Keep going.
Wait.
He does enjoy driving as well. It's not so much of a hobby, but uh, he does enjoy watching, the indie and that sort of thing. He's not much of a pub goer.
Okay.
There's no dart throwing, no pool.
Russell,
Yeah.
are there any empty houses in his neighborhood?
Are there any empty houses in his neighborhood? There probably are some. Probably not ones you'd want to live in, but if you're looking for a surveillance spot,
Exactly.
there probably is something that you could, pick up as a rental or something, or otherwise dominate your way into if required.
Before we go there, I'm going to go to the butcher, the local butcher, and pick up some some meat chops and stuff, so I can, drizzle some of my blood on it and prepare to give it to the old dog.
Right. Okay.
Because I don't want him to be a nuisance.
Excellent idea, Vincent said. All right,
Thank
we're gonna take a building and we're gonna take it over, and I'm gonna look like a new person that's just moved into the place.
Okay. Well, when you get to this building, you want to take it over.
Yeah.
You think about this. I'm thinking that most of these places are probably overflowing with people. There's not a lot of land space, so there are places for rent. But I guess you could send in Winters to rent one of these apartments out during the day. Would that make sense?
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. All right. So you come in that night, and Mr. Winters has rented this small, shitty apartment that's just across the road. I actually, just before I say that it's small and shitty, let me just check with Jesse. Are there small, shitty apartments near your house? Is that reasonable, or is this like a very affluent neighborhood that's just not likely to have that kind of?
They wouldn't be shitty, but there are low rent
All right.
places. Yes.
Okay, so there's some low rent apartments nearby. Okay, and you're looking for a spot where you can basically put surveillance down on him. Is that right?
Yep.
So you
And
want to be able to.
Mercy, when you do your wonderful thing that you do with the dog, can you tag his car as well?
Yeah, of course I can. It's my favorite thing to do. Give me. All right.
Okay. Here you are.
Thank you.
Right. All right. And now.
So you're set up. You're watching screens with video cameras that point at the house. You've spent some time reading through this manual of atrocities that is his life over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So he's got a dog. One dog or more?
Just the one.
Just the one. What type of dog was it? It's a Rottweiler.
It's a
Beagle.
beagle,
Beagle.
a beagle blue heeler cross.
Called Bugle.
Yeah, bugle, exactly.
That's right. I had a blue heeler dog as a kid. It was called Chuff. Anyway, that's
Lovely
a
dogs.
different story. Okay, so what are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna obfuscate and sneak in. I'm gonna
When
check
you
the.
say I'm going to obfuscate and sneak in, I need more details than that. Like,
I'm trying. You're not giving me a chance.
all right.
So, if there's a fence, surely I could just walk through anyway. There's gates and stuff.
What are you wearing? What do you take with you when you leave the apartment?
I'm wearing my mom gear. I'm taking my knives. I'm taking that meat.
Package.
Yeah, in a plastic,
All right.
wrap or whatever it is.
Have you tampered with this meat?
Yes.
Okay, so this is mercy flavored meat.
Yes.
Okay. Understood.
I'm also taking the tracking device that I'm going to put on his vehicle.
Okay.
You said that there's a garage, so when I find that garage, when I find your car, I'm going to put that on there. But I think first thing I'm going to do is try and find your dog.
Okay, so
And
getting to the house,
subdue him.
is this an outdoor dog or an indoor dog mostly?
mostly indoor, but it does have the doggy door that can be let out back into the small lot.
Right. And do you think it does a lot of patrolling the property at night time on lookout for vampire intruders?
Oh, good grief now.
Right.
If it's not running around like a madman, it's sleeping.
Right. Okay. So it's pretty much not very useful.
As an alert dog,
Yeah.
no.
Okay. Very good. So there is no alert to be had. There's no security as you approach Mercy. Can you make a wits and security check anyway?
Okay.
Just to be sure. Vincent, what are you doing? Are you in the apartment in the command post, watching video cameras, listening to sound?
Yeah,
feeds?
yeah, and I'm gonna get out of
Black gloves.
my armored suit sort of thing,
Okay, so you're
and
not wearing a tactical suit.
no, I'm
Right.
taking off any stuff and getting into normal clothes.
Okay, so when you say normal clothes, you mean like a bus driver, like a civilian,
A
going to the
civilian,
shops? Okay,
a civilian that's just moved into his new house,
okay,
you
okay.
know,
So like a sweater
and
and track pants kind of thing.
yeah,
Okay,
track pants, normal,
okay, cool.
and
Vincent, in
I'm
track
waiting
pants.
for Mercy to come back, and then I'll
Go for a walk.
go for a walk.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right, Mercy, then you approach the house. You can make an athletics check to get over the gate or over the fence if there is a fence. Yep.
Is it Dix or
Yeah, dex and athletics.
okay? 4.
4.
I'm in Chicago, by the way.
You're in Chicago. Right,
Yeah.
that doesn't help me.
So I had 5 for the security check and 4 for the other one, the athletics one.
Right. Okay, cool. You vault over the fence, and you notice that there are no security cameras anywhere. There's doesn't seem to be any real security around at all, except the fence, which was not much.
Yeah.
You're able to approach the back door across a small garden, perhaps. Jesse, at any time, drop in and say this, and this, and feel free
Well,
to kind of.
Time to get my lock picking stuff.
In fact,
And
Jesse, you want to DM this scene? You can.
I'm getting out my lock picking stuff, and I'm going to break into her house.
Okay, so you approach the back door.
But try and be quite stealthy. So I guess I'll look to
Dex
see if
and stealth.
anyone's around.
Yep.
Yep, there is.
I'll more than likely be at this point in time of the day, I'd be shuffling around in my slippers, robe, and probably with a joint in my lips, and just sort of again shuffling around the room.
Right. So Mercy, can you make a perception check? Perception alertness. Jesse, you can make a perception alertness check too.
4. And don't forget I'm obfuscated.
You're obfuscated, yes. Okay, so that was a stealth check, was it?
Oh, this was a
That was
perception alertness.
Perception alertness, right.
I'll do a stealth one if you want.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
I'm gonna do one anyway.
Yes. I
So,
said yes 3 times, god damn it.
2.
Okay, cool, 2. Excellent. All right, so Jesse, what did you get on your perception alertness check?
3.
3. Okay, well, for a moment you get this strange feeling somebody's wandering around out in the yard, but you can't see any evidence of that when you move to the window and look around, but it's more of a feeling, It might be the paranoia you're getting from the weed. It could be that. Okay, and Charlie, Mercy approaches the house. She gets to the back door, get up to the door. You've got lockpicks, is that right?
Yes, I would like to be where he's not. So
Where he's not? Yeah,
if
well,
I saw him with my 4 successes at that door, I'm not going to be lock picking it open.
he's probably not at that door. He's probably at a different window somewhere in the house. Just looks out there and then he goes away.
Okay.
So,
But yes, I would like to lock pick this, please.
okay, so let's have a dex and one of those checks.
I don't know what this is.
Hang on a second. I will tell you.
Subterfuge?
It's not subterfuge.
Security?
It's security, yeah.
2.
Dex and security. 2 successes. Yeah, I think that's probably enough. It's not a highly secure lock. Arthur has not made a great deal of effort on his security, so no, it's a pretty average lock. You break in fairly simply and open the door.
Right.
You step into basically into a kitchen.
Carefully close the door.
Mm-hmm.
And
closed.
Look around.
All right. What is she seeing right now, Arthur?
From the back door leading into, yes, as you guessed, it would be the kitchen. It's a very small kitchen, tidy. There's nothing ever is out of place. It would be followed by just a small sitting room at the front where you could see through the kitchen. Just a small fireplace, a recliner, the typical television set, books upon books. Every nook and cranny has been stuffed with some sort of book. And the stairs that lead to the second floor are just off to the right near the laundry room.
Okay.
So in the kitchen, do you have a dog bowl?
Yes.
Right. Well, I'm going to be putting just some of my blood.
So
Mix it in with the dog food.
You're going to put the dog, but this is not from the package, though, is it? This is separate to the
No,
package.
this would be separate. Yeah, just in case.
So you're going to pop your wrist, squirt into the bowl, just a couple of drops, mix it in with a teaspoon or something, or your finger.
I will just cover it with more of the dog food.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
No problem.
I don't want it to be seen, but I do want the dog to eat it.
Right. No, that's fine.
Okay, so I will probably keep going around the house. I want to find
Where do you think the dog is right now, Jesse?
In the living room, probably in front of the fireplace, curled up on his dog bed.
Right. I think the dog might get to make a perception alertness check. Yeah.
Should I make some sort of check?
You can make a stealth check, yes.
Okay.
You have to beat 2 successes. One of them is a 10.
2 successes and I have 2 10s.
Ooh,
but
all right. Well, for a moment, the dog comes padding out into the kitchen, looks around with its tongue hanging out. Turns around and walks back out of the room.
Oh, well, if I can try and get its a little bit of its attention, try and get it to eat the food.
How do you do that?
Oh, good question. I think I'll just
yes,
maybe
indeed.
just jiggle the bowl a little.
Jiggle the bowl a little. All right. Do you want to make a subterfuge check? Charisma and subterfuge. You know what? Forget that. Scratch that. Charisma and animal ken.
Okay. 1. Considering.
The dog turns around at hearing the rattle of the bowl and the little biscuits in the bowl, turns around and starts padding back into the kitchen, sniffing. He comes walking up to the bowl, sticks his face in the bowl and starts munching. And next thing you know, the bowl is empty. The whole bowl is licking the bowl now. Yeah. Arthur,
Excellent.
You can make a perception check. I mean, I think the chances of you overhearing any of this are pretty low, but there's a possibility that you might have a sort of second sense about your own house.
2.
2 successes. Mercy, what do you think? Has he...
Well,
No.
I'm invisible.
Invisible.
I don't know what to say.
No. Okay, never mind.
You might have heard a little shuffle, but
you have you hear the dog going into the bowl. I think that's fair, but as to any nefarious proceedings, and I don't think you have any clue about that.
Now they've got the dog. Time to find that car.
Now, do you have a headset on, Mercy? Are you wearing any kind of mic? No. Okay.
I probably do, but I'll have it in such a way where if I want to communicate something, I will be the one to do it instead of the other way around. I don't want others to hear it.
Right, you don't want people talking in your ear.
Well, that, but also, sometimes you can hear people talking in like
Right,
receivers or whatever. So,
right, yeah, for sure.
oh,
Yeah.
sorry, the other, yeah. Um, so from then on, I'm going to go find your car.
All right. So
You would have walked right by the garage as you were coming up over in the back.
Ooh, guess I'll
right, so
back up then.
right, so you back out and you find the garage. Getting into the garage might be a little trickier. It's probably got a shut door and possibly a lock, maybe an automated lock with a button
Uh,
Automated lock and a padlock on the side door.
and a padlock on the side door. There you go. So that's going to be hard to get through.
is there a window?
Uh, Boarded up windows.
Ooh, it's not ideal. Um, okay, well, I'm gonna try. I'll give it a shot.
Which way in? The big
The
door
lock,
or the side door? The padlock.
the padlock, yeah.
Okay, you're going to try and pick the padlock. I think picking padlocks is quite tricky, so you're going to need success of about 4.
Okay,
And that's, a dex and security check.
big
Would you like
security.
to spend a willpower point?
Nope, if I can't get in, so be 4 successes.
You got 4?
4 successes, that's a lot
Wow.
of tens.
Okay.
That's like 3 tens right there.
Hold the line
Nice.
while I confirm this nonsense. Confirm it. Oh my god, you did too. Okay, cool.
I wouldn't lie.
I know you wouldn't lie. Okay, cool. So, you pick the lock remarkably well and pop it open and slide open the door to the garage.
And then go up to the car, put a tracker on it, and then I'll leave.
You just leave. Okay, cool. And you head
Yep,
back
I
to
don't
base.
think there's anything else that's of interest, is there?
You would have walked by
Chemistry
the
set.
yeah, so the centrifuge and all the bits and bobs for all of his experimentation. There'll probably be some occult symbols etched into certain vessels that where he was doing some experimentation.
Some alchemy stages.
Well, that would be very interesting to me.
Okay.
Because I have had chats with Uther, and he has taught me a bit about the occult. It's very interesting to see what his stuff is. I don't know if I have a camera on me. So
What?
would Mercy have a camera?
Would Mercy have a camera?
Obviously, we don't have camera phones at this point.
Ooh, yeah, I mean, she might have an Insta camera or a.
There's like little black ones that you have to get the film
Yeah, you could get the ones,
checked.
all those yellow Kodak ones that you could buy that were instant, or green ones from Fuji, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, but you could get
Yeah.
one. You could have something like that, but I don't know.
Okay, sweet.
Would she have it? Why would she have it?
Because I'm surveilling.
Because you're.
I was told to surveil,
Right.
and surveillors use cameras.
All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, you've got a camera. Then go on then with your Insta camera.
Okay.
All right. So
It won't be anything like bigger flashes. Very much going to be like, oh, I picked this up for
right.
next to nothing.
It certainly isn't anything. It's an Insta camera. It's like $20, including
Yeah.
including the development of the film on the other end. Okay. So you take some photos of what?
The occult symbols, his setup, the scientific stuff.
So his lab, his altars,
Yeah.
his books, maybe.
Yeah.
His car.
Well, we have images
You know
of his
what that
car.
is. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I think I would do it just in case to make sure that our photos match up with the car he has currently.
Right. Fair enough.
Yeah, I will. After doing that, I will slip out. I've done the 2 things I've needed to come in to do. I can come back in later.
Yeah.
Um,
Seems to be the case.
so
So when you leave, tell me, do you take any special precautions on the way out?
I will not get caught.
Mhm.
Okay, I plan
That's
on putting everything back the way that it was.
When you say everything,
So like the padlock.
okay.
Do I have to go through the house in order to Okay, sweet.
Oh, there's a driveway that's on the right-hand side of the house that goes into the garage.
Right. Okay, well, everything that I did manipulated on the way in, I will unmanipulate
On the way back out.
on the way back out.
Okay.
And I'll also keep in mind of the cameras that maybe the next door neighbors have or something.
Can I get a wits and security check, please?
Okay. Okay.
For your withdrawal from the property.
Yes. Nope.
0 successes. Okay, well that's cool.
That looks good enough to me.
Yep, you're like, yep, I did it. Okay, cool.
And I'll leave.
And you leave. So you head back to the main, to the safe house.
Yes.
Right, Vincent.
Yeah.
Mercy walks into the safe house. She's just finished doing her stuff. You've watched some of it on screen and overheard some of it, perhaps. I don't know what came through mics, etc. But she walks in, opens the door, steps into the room, looks at you.
Hi. So I called the dog and I took a whole bunch of pictures of stuff in his garage.
All right, hand those pictures over to Mr. Winter's people, and they'll have them developed, and we can send them to Uther straight away.
Very good. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Winters is there, and he takes the camera off you. He says, "I'll take that down there now. Get it looked at."
Good.
You got it.
good.
So Winters heads off, gets in a car, and drives away, leaving you in the safe house.
I'd like to hope this was going to be a casual, quiet night. But let's not believe it's going to be that way. Well, you've read his dossier. What do you think?
I think not a lot. I think he's very interesting. Like he's doing his best to help himself, which is pretty interesting to me. In fact, he's going through all these different ways of doing it, approaching the occult method, even though it is a little bit far-fetched, you know, to anyone not living in the world of darkness like us, it's kind of hooey, you know?
Kind of hooey. Have you ever said that in front of Uther?
No, but I've only known Uther as a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
When I wasn't a vampire, I probably would have thought it was all a bunch of crazy nonsense.
Yeah, of course. Okay, well, we know already that if worse comes to worse and we find that he's not being influenced by somebody else or used by somebody else, we can offer him a possible cure.
Oh, yeah. We definitely have the cure for him.
Well, we don't definitely, because this is a sickness that is not common. So we don't know how it will react with our blood.
I mean, our blood solves everything. It's a magic elixir. It heals everything. So I
Yes.
imagine it would heal him too.
Heals everything except Malkavian mind.
We've got to be sure it would heal him and not kill him, which means we'll need a sample of his blood. How are we going to get that? I don't know.
You could ask him. Oh, I mean, he probably would have. You know what? We can always, offer him you'll go up to him under the guise of like doctors or something. Now, I'm not very good at that because I don't know anything about medicine. He believes in the holistic crap, right? So we could pretend like we're, mystical guru shamans.
You'd get away with that better than I would.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Who you need is Sage.
What? No.
We need...
Oh, yeah, she'd be good at that.
So, why don't you... Do we know if he frequents any... Do we know if you frequent any kind of pub, any kind of drinking place, club, anything like that?
Nope, he doesn't drink.
He doesn't drink.
Does he play
Doesn't play darts, doesn't play pool.
Doesn't leave the
Um,
house.
he does go to the gun club.
To the what club?
The gun club.
Gun
There's a
club.
gun club in
Yeah,
London?
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
for sure.
It's
Yeah, probably.
it's
Gun
it,
club
you know,
scene.
skeet shooting, pistols, long arms. It's good fun.
Interesting. And that, if we know that information, Mercy's like, I don't know
Yeah,
anything about
you
guns.
definitely
Okay,
have that
I do, but
information.
I'm not that good at them.
Okay, so he's obviously got some background in guns. Um, where did he develop that background out of curiosity? Is it through his family, his father?
From a younger age, yes, his father made it very clear that he would not be having a pansy boy that can't shoot a gun.
Right.
So we did a lot of hunting, skeet shooting. That's actually one of the reasons why he has this dog. Is that it's a good dog for hunt and fetch.
Right.
Um, but yeah, mostly through his family, and he just kept doing it, just mostly out of habit, and it's somewhat cathartic as well.
Fair enough. Okay. Cool. Good to know. So does that answer your question, Barry?
That does answer my question. All right.
What about restaurants, takeaways, food supplies, shopping habits?
He does one shopping trip once a week when he just goes into Wembley City. Doesn't really go outside of it unless he's actually going to the research facility in London to complete his research or to gather additional materials required.
Right. Okay.
All right. Find out. I look at one of the other guys and say, find out what gun club he's with and get me a membership there.
Okay.
Quickly
They,
as
they, they
possible.
know the name of the gun club. That's already in the file. So
Good.
getting you a membership is a matter of contacting Hans Berkova with MI5. Um,
Okay.
and thusly, how would it work? How would MI5 get a gun club license to someone? Would they have to fake it, or they would go in there and strong arm the gun club to give them the license?
They'd probably just, you'd probably just get one. I mean, it's a gun club, so,
Well, to
you
have a
know.
gun license and everything, I mean, and you'd what would this? What would the name be on this gun license, on this gun club membership, rather, Barry?
Uh, oh, I think he'd used his own. Because we've already established that he's got names for different places and different times.
Right. What's his
So,
current legend, as it were?
um, um,
And it could be Vincent Michael or something.
um, Vincent Morrow.
Morrow. There you go.
Yeah,
All right.
Vincent Morrow.
Vincent Morrow. Okay,
Yeah.
so, all right. So Mr. Winter says, "Leave it in my hands," and he will organise this gun club license, gun club membership.
Okay.
Cool.
I might have another idea.
Hmm.
Now, there was a vampire in Chicago. She had a holistic store. I can probably pretend to be her. Go over there and just uh I guess introduce myself around the neighborhood, say I live here. Um, if I introduce myself as a what does she call herself? Like a holistic guru, love child, whatever. I don't know. We'll figure out the title, right?
Well, you
I'll
could just
just
say you're an herbalist.
Or an
herbalist.
apothecary.
Herbalist.
Although he might
Holistic
take that,
herbalist.
yeah, he
Yeah.
might take that two ways. It's just like an herbalist.
Right.
The trouble is, if he knows anything about that subject, the first time he talks about it, because he knows more about it, he'll catch you out when you don't give him the right answers.
So
That's
as a
true.
note, just so as another tie-in, he did actually go to graduate school in Chicago.
Okay. Cool.
So there could
Interesting.
Chicago.
Oh, but
Chicago.
there's another way you could
Nice
go.
little
You
city.
come from Chicago.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you just bump into him and happen to come from Chicago as well? Now, that's something you can confirm, and that's something you know about, and that's something you can't
That's
get
true,
wrong.
but it's a bit weird. Like there's nothing in, I don't know. It's just a little weird.
And a herbalist going around the street saying I'm a herbalist isn't a little weird?
All right, guys.
I could say that I'm just introducing myself. I live here now. I guess I could do the whole Chicago thing.
Hmm?
Just say that I'm introducing myself.
Okay,
Okay.
sounds good.
Should
Go
I go
with
as
it.
should I go as myself? You know, I can change my appearance. I could be whomever I want to be.
Fine, fine, that's not the problem, but don't pick a subject that you don't know anything about. Because if he does, he will catch you.
Okay. Okay. Right. I'll go then. At the hour of what is the hour at the moment?
The hour, let's say it is 9 p.m. on this particular evening, 2 days after you originally got the mission.
Sure, okay. This'll work. We'll see.
So the name of the graduate school that he went to was Rush University of Chicago, Division of Microbiology.
Damn, that's fancy. All right. I'll go up to the door.
All right.
Knock confidently.
Knock.
I'm not breaking in this time.
Okay, so you knock confidently on the
Yep, as
front
myself.
door. Okay, so Arthur, you hear the front door banging down below, I assume.
Yep.
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna go trundle on down, make sure my robe is secure.
Yes, please.
It's a big woolly brown, comfortable robe that's pretty much his standard attire at this time of the evening.
Right.
He's got his slippers on. Floors are cold. It's damn drafty rooms. He shuffles on down the stairs and peers through it's got like a little window on the top of the door and just kind of, huh? Who is it?
Hello?
Hey man, it's like 9 o'clock at night, man.
Right, yeah, sorry, wait, what accent is that?
I don't have an accent.
Okay, yeah, that's true. You don't have one, but like around here, everyone sounds like posh snobs, and you don't.
Well, he opens the door. Well, none of it's any of your business. I've been trying to squash my English accent. I don't get along with my parents, and it's a story.
It sounds like it. Sounds like you're from where I'm from.
Well, I did a lot of time in Chicago. Because that sounds like what we're conversing.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it's really
I did
interesting.
graduate school.
I wasn't expecting to find someone from Chicago here. So that's amazing. Small world, you know. I'm just coming around, and I know it's a bit late at night, but I'm just introducing people. I kind of just got here and I live in that house over there.
You're renting.
Yeah.
Right on. Bugle, come say hello.
Out of game. Bugle loves me. Bugle
Okay.
loves me because I feed him my blood.
Immediately approaches you and walks right past you, Arthur, as if you were chopped liver, straight past your legs, straight up to Mercy, and starts licking her ankle, foot, hand, whatever is available.
Oh, I'll kneel down and like rub his like ears.
Cute. I've never seen him do that before.
Who's this little one?
Yeah, it's my dog Bugle.
Bugle. Well, it's nice to meet you, Bugle. So I'm Mercy, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. I might have forgotten.
Mercy. Right on.
Right on. Place smells like weed.
Yeah, I partake. It's It's a nice way.
Medicinal, right?
Medicinal, exactly. Medicinal helps me sleep. I'd rather not take the pills, so the weed
Maybe
helps.
maybe sometime I can come over here and try some of your medicinal stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got a couple of bags. If you really want to go
really?
hard, I
How?
mean, I got connections. I got connections with my family.
So
I got money.
you guys are currently standing in the doorway of the house
Yeah,
Yes.
having this conversation.
I'm just like crouched down, patting this dog.
All right. At this point, then, Vincent, you're sitting up in the control room, watching all of this stuff at long range on perhaps a sniper scope or something.
Yep, yep. No, we got a camera scope.
Camera scope. Okay,
Yep,
cool.
proper camera scope.
So you're not going to accidentally
And
shoot
and I
anyone.
look at Mr. Winters and I say, "See, I could never have pulled that off.
She's doing all right, isn't she?
She is. I
Well,
chose good.
I guess we'll see where all of this goes.
Yes.
Not
Let's
sure
hope it
myself
doesn't.
where it's going.
Yep.
All right,
Well,
yep.
let's let them carry on.
Cut to you guys.
Uh, I don't really find a lot of people I get along with here. I mean, I'm quite new to this location anyway. Do you want to perhaps go get a drink sometime?
I don't drink. Addles the
Oh,
mind. Need to
right,
keep focused.
right. So focused. What about coffee?
Yeah, I could do coffee.
Yeah, let's do coffee. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna come over tomorrow. Um,
All
my
right.
my body clock's still all over the place, so it'll be nighttime when I come over, like
Just kind
dinner
of
time.
leans out and kind of looks up and down the street.
I also look up and down the street like,
Yeah.
Okay, well, is something wrong? Or,
No, I just honestly thought you were selling something.
no?
I was just looking around for other salespeople. They come by this neighborhood quite often. So, and I've also been getting creeped out. I don't know. There's somebody digging through my trash, uh, finding my mail scattered. I don't know. Anyway, it's not your concern. You
No,
have a good
that's
evening.
no. It is my concern. If that's happening to you, it's probably gonna happen to me too. So why don't you tell me a bit more about that?
Good now.
Well, yeah, I live here now. I'm kind of worried.
All right. Well, if we're doing this, you're gonna have to come in, and I'm gonna have to roll you a joint.
Excellent.
That's what's happening.
All right,
So,
let's go. So
I
I'll wander in then, and I'll stay clear of the fire when you light it, because
For reasons.
has fire.
mine's scary.
Yeah, he motions to one of the chairs. You notice that he's already got some paraphernalia and some weed laid out at the table. And he's been looks like he's rolling joints for probably an army. Fat ones, small ones, mixed brands. You don't really, I don't know if you know anything about it, but you can definitely tell he's rolling with sativas for the most part. He's got a few little indicas kicking around just for sedation purposes. He's even got terpene blends that he uses in order
Again, you
as
know
an
far too much
aromatic.
about this.
He's allowed
I
to.
used
He's in Canada. I am assuming where you are, it's legal.
You know
I
so
used to
much.
work in the industry.
Right. Nice.
Right.
Okay, well, I'll just
Yeah,
do whatever you offer me, really. Just not gonna do
yeah,
anything.
yeah. Right on, man. Right on, man. Yeah, just chill. I'll get something going for you. Rolls one, puts a little bit of terpene oil on top of it.
So,
Helps with the smell.
can Vincent hear this conversation remotely? Can Vincent
Wow.
hear this conversation remotely, I'm asking?
Oh yeah, we can hear it all right.
So, Mercy, you've got a mic on you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You good with that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
It's just I'm probably more likely to be able to be heard, not him, the other way around.
Right.
So nothing is odd. No?
Oh, no,
Very good.
it's just for the sake of, you're wearing a wire so that
Yeah.
so that what they, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Okay, go.
Right. So tell me more about what's been happening here. Like
One
you.
second. Just one
Oh.
second. Oh, that was a bad one. You was I'm not sure what your tolerance is, so I rolled you a
I'll,
normal one.
excellent. Thank you.
Oh man. Yeah. Later.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're now going to make a self-control check, Mercy.
Okay, okay.
And
Now's the time to use
it
willpower.
would be hilarious if you accidentally massacred his character in this very first scene.
That would be so funny.
It's like, sorry, Murray, you
Oops.
have to roll up a new character now. I'm sorry.
It would not. It would not be
It
hilarious.
wouldn't be the first time.
Two.
Cause Vincent, we're getting a lot of
I used a
trouble.
willpower, so
You
two.
used a willpower point. Okay, so that's two.
Yep, I don't want to kill the mark.
All right, so you don't frenzy. You don't lose your shit at the flame. You hold
And
on
I don't get
tight.
high, so.
You pull your mind into this tight little space at the center of it all and hold it together while you light that flame, and now the joint is going and you pretend to puff on it a few times. You make a performance check with charisma and performance, I think.
I should be able to do it anyway, right? Because we still breathe. It's just
Well,
it's not going to get me high or anything.
it's definitely not going to get you high. The question is whether or not you can perform like you're doing it, because whether or not Mercy knows
Right.
what she's doing. I mean,
What was the main stat for that?
Wits.
Wits. Nope.
Okay. So she is a complete amateur at smoking
Just
marijuana, apparently.
mouthing on it, right? Oh, right on. Well, you give it a few minutes. You'll get it. It's just like smoking a cigarette, or well, I don't know if you smoke at all, but yeah, you'll get it. Just breathe it. Breathe it.
Just
It's
breathe
fine.
it right. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. Can you make a perception alertness check, please, Arthur?
The dog's probably still hovering around me.
Oh yeah, the dog loves you.
Two.
2 successes. Okay. You notice that she is not only an amateur smoker, but she is somehow strangely flame shy, and is kind of acting weird around the flame. Um, yeah, and she doesn't really know what she's doing, and you're starting to wonder. Well, I don't know. You may or may not be wondering, what is she doing here?
Leading up to that, I was hoping that she would
Right.
partake.
Right.
Yeah. So, where you? Oh, you're obviously from Chicago, but what brings you to Wembley of all places?
Yeah, work.
Work. He leans back in he's got a nice recliner. He kicks it back. Work, eh? What do you do for work?
I I'm a knife enthusiast.
That's your work. I'm a knife enthusiast.
So I came over here because they have a specific brand of knives that I'm planning on getting for my store in Chicago. However, I'm also thinking of franchising here in London. I know it's a bit strange, but knives are so much fun. And they're so cool. They're good for, not only are they good for throwing, but they're good for, culinary uh exploits.
Yeah, man, culinary. I hear you. I hear you. I love food. I love food.
Nice.
I grew up rich, so we ate all the best stuff.
By the way, I'm not here to sell you some knives.
It's good because I got plenty of knives. I'm good.
Nice.
So, knife enthusiast, you come to London to try to diversify your portfolio a bit, if I'm understanding. Um, it's quite interesting. And what again, like why Wembley? Why not stay in London? Stay in the heart of it.
Well, I don't know. I suppose. I'm kind of trying. The big city is far too big and far too rowdy. and there are riots occasionally, and I get a little bit antsy. So I kind of want to try out some of the smaller locations. I mean, it's not just here. It's also
I
Coronation Street.
think you could even go all the way up to Leeds if you're looking for something small. I mean, I wouldn't say recommend living in Leeds, but oh, do you need another light there?
Oh yeah, no, I'm okay, thanks. Uh,
I
it's not
sparked
really
the
doing
lighter
much for
anyway.
me. Oh.
He sparks the lighter. Okay, so you can make another self-control check. As he
Oh, you.
flicks the lighter in your face.
Okay, well, this is gonna be fun. 2.
2 successes.
Thank
okay.
you.
Yep, good. Holding steady.
I'm like looking at the fire the entire time.
Right.
I take note of it, but I don't pursue it any further. All right. Back to your original question about
Yeah, what's the neighborhood like? You were telling me that
honestly,
there's some creepiness.
the neighborhood's fine. It's just in the past little while I might be going a little paranoid, who knows? But yeah, stuff's moving around. I'm just mail's going missing. Every once in a while, I swear I locked the back door, but it was open the other day. Just strange stuff, but nothing's been taken really, other than maybe mail. I don't know. If I don't know I have the mail, I don't know if it's actually missing. If you catch what I'm throwing out.
Okay. You don't think your mail is missing. You just think it's been shuffled around.
Yeah. You get used to certain things, right? Your mail comes in, it's stacked nicely, right? You got your bills over here. You've got your coupons that over here, and then you come in the next day and they're all messed up. They're all moved around.
Right. And I like look around like, hi. Quite clearly you're a clean guy. So you definitely know if something's been shifted, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Being a medical professional, I mean, I have to be,
Hello.
I have to be keen-eyed. I have to be aware. I have to know where stuff is going.
So you're
Right.
definitely
Yeah.
one thing you need to you may have noticed, I suppose, is that your dog is paying far more attention to this outsider, this stranger, than even you right now.
I have noted.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, do you have a steak in your pocket? Maybe. I don't know. I've never seen him take to somebody so quickly. I mean, he's a friendly dog. Don't get me wrong, but he's taking to you like fine shit. Not to say you're shit. I'm just saying it's.
I don't know. I did have steak for dinner, so maybe I've still got some of the residue on my fingers. Um, but yeah, it's really cute though,
That's gross.
isn't it?
It's
Steak
yeah, it's is what it is, I guess. But yeah, it's getting late, man. I got work in the morning.
Yeah.
It's a long drive to London from here, and
I
um,
understand. I will head off. But yeah, tomorrow I'll come over at after dinner, and then we can go get some coffee somewhere. Okay?
all right. Well, don't let that joint go to waste.
Oh, here you
Take it
go.
with you.
Oh no, no, you take it. You save
All
it.
right.
And I'll pat the dog one more time, be like, "Be good, little one," and
All right.
make my way out of there.
The dog does not want to go. Does not want you to go. And does not want to be
Bugle.
left behind. Just does not want to leave. Does not want you to leave. Does not want to be left.
It's gonna die of heartbreak.
I'll grab his collar.
Starts whimpering. You know.
This is awesome. I wander off. Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm gonna
Thoughtlessly.
watch where she goes suspiciously.
Bugle goes back to his bowl and starts furiously licking his bowl. And he goes and jumps up on the couch and stares out the window wistfully, making little whimpers.
Come on, Bugle, get down. Jeez.
Okay, so he finally gets down. Vincent, what have you been doing besides just listening to all of this?
Oh, well, I'll send a message off to Gustav saying, got him, locked in, operation is proceeding as planned.
Response excellent.
That's what I like, Mr. Winters. The excellence of Gustav.
Ah, yes, yes. If you get an excellent from him, then no doubt you're doing a fine, fine job.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Oh, so what's next with this plan then? You've got him all detailed. We know everything about him. Well, everything that we can see about him. What is it that we're not missing, that we're not getting about him? What's the interest in this fellow? Is he some kind of operative? Why are we looking into him?
Well, he knows he's could be someone of the blood.
Oh. You mean the order and everything?
Like Philippe, yes.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I'll stay out of that business. None of my concern, then.
Oh, it is this week.
Well, you know, I have my orders, you have yours, I'll stay out of your way, and so on.
Good.
So, what do you want us to do next with him in regards to all this?
Well, you're going to get me a membership at the club.
Right.
I'm going to bump into him at the club.
Out of game, does he go shooting at night time?
No.
Okay.
He doesn't know that. Vincent doesn't know that yet.
Mr. Winters will point out to you, you know, sir, I don't know that he will actually go shooting at night time. He's, I've got his times here on the schedule from when he's been to that club.
What does he choose?
Out of game?
Anytime between 9 a.m. and noon.
9 a.m. and noon. Okay, we'll have to pick another place then. We'll just have to see what he's more interested in. And
you could find a way of engineering him to go to the club outside of those hours. I don't know how exactly. An invitation of some description.
Don't want to engineer him too much.
A competition? I don't know. Maybe getting a little bit too much ahead of myself.
He's into vehicles as well, isn't he?
He's got a car, I know that. What do we have in the file about him and his interest in vehicles? What particularly do we know?
He likes to do. He used to like to do racing, but since his medical condition worsened, he could no longer participate.
So how long has that been for?
2 years.
2 years.
But he still enjoys watching.
Right, motorsports, but basically.
Mostly motorsports, yes.
Okay. All right, so that's what you know.
You know, I think Mercy's going to be more useful in this than I am, Mr. Winters.
Why do you say that, Vincent?
Well, for a start, she's around his... She looks around his age.
Oh, yes, that might be true, but Mr. Meyer, if you forgive me, if I can tell you my personal opinion.
Yeah, of course you can.
Well, you know, I've worked for you for a long time now, and Mr. Meyer, you come from an age, time before all of this modernity and such.
Yeah.
You're a friend there, the new one, the one that you're monitoring.
Yeah.
Arthur Crane.
Yes.
It's going to be relatively easy for him to get on with someone like Mercy Adams, I suppose. But he's eventually going to have to get on with someone like Gustavius. And as I see it, you are perhaps somewhere like the intermediary along that path, that journey between being able to deal with Mercy and being able to deal with, say, for example, the Master.
Yes. Yes.
So you are going to provide him with a learning curve, I expect.
Have we looked at his family tree?
We do have his family tree, yes, his lineage and all of that.
What's it like?
It's in the folder. He shows it to you. Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Okay. Has he shown any interest in his family tree at all?
He's other than the possibility that he suspected that he's been adopted, and this is not his true birth family.
Right. So he suspects he's been adopted, and this is not his true birth family.
Let's find out if he actually is adopted and whether this is his true birth family.
Right. Well, I suspect that with MI5 resources available to you, you are able to make that inquiry. And out of game, do you have any preferences or interests, Jesse, regarding the outcome of that? Anything right?
Yes, I do.
Right.
He is adopted. His original birth family were the Hawthorns. In particular, his father was Matthew Hawthorne. But there's been no connection with him. Some of the dreams that he's been having have been with Matthew Hawthorne, he suspects, and Samantha Lockwood.
Does he have any dream journals?
Yes, meticulous.
So he keeps meticulous dream journals. Okay. Okay. Now, at this point, nobody's been in to bug his house. The closest to bugging it that anyone's gone is Mercy putting a tracker on his car.
We're gonna do that when he goes to work. We'll get Mr. Winters and his team to do that.
Okay.
Or like, when I bring him over to have a coffee. I mean, when we go and have a coffee.
Right.
Yeah.
That's enough time.
Excellent time.
Well,
Okay,
so
cool.
we've got options.
You've got options. All right. So you're getting him out of the house.
Yes.
I'm so mean to you. Come and play our vampire game so we can abuse your character.
Go
It
your
wouldn't be the world of
dog.
darkness.
Yeah, it wouldn't
Wouldn't be the world of darkness without it.
Right. Quite so. All right. So, what do you do next, guys?
We kind of have to. I don't know. I feel like we've kind of done everything for tonight.
Right.
Right?
Okay. So you can put it aside for the night and sleep it off and start again the following evening.
Is there anything more you want to
Yes.
do, Barry?
Vincent, you got
Yeah.
another?
That's what I want to do.
Okay.
That is what you want to do. Okay. Very well. Then it comes to the end of the evening, and you make your reports and so on, I assume, and I'm also assuming a lot here about you feeding and so on as well, to stay up to date with things. So, in any case, the evening comes to a close. You find yourselves in your beds. This is in Wembley, so it's not London exactly. In fact, I'm just going to double check where Wembley is in relation to London because I don't know.
Northwest.
Northwest. Okay. Are we talking about hours of travel? Not really.
Nope.
Maybe an hour of travel, I'm guessing. Especially
Hour and 45 minutes.
Hour and 45, okay. So it's a bit north of London, right? Okay, so you guys might be staying in a hotel or something, or where would you be staying? Are you going to go back to your own location in London? You can, seeing as you ended your process roundabouts probably midnight. You might have spent the second half of the evening feeding and doing other stuff.
Yeah.
The place that we the place I said I was staying at.
Yeah.
Is it possible to stay there? Is it safe enough?
Right, the safe house itself.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
I'd like
you can
to
stay in
do
the safe
is
house.
set up all the surveillance stuff in a separate room,
Mm-hmm.
and then make the rest of the house, in case she has to bring him back to the house, look like a place she'd stay.
Right. I'm going to suggest that the safe house, when you come into it, it looks like a normal house. There's nothing in there that would raise any suspicion, particularly about anything, and it reflects some kind of story that you two are telling, which is
Yes.
whatever.
So boxes of knives.
Right. Okay. So there's boxes of knives.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You sure?
Mercy's very happy.
All right.
This is cool.
Somewhere in the house there is a secret door that leads into the no humans area, the vampire only partition, the no light, no sunlight kind of area.
Yeah.
The private space below. So yeah, okay. That area has a secret door that will also escape out onto the street, I expect, because you want to have a back way out.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and you may have an armory hidden in the house as well.
A small one, not a big one.
Absolutely. Yeah, and so the panic room is basically on the. In fact, the secret door to the vampire lair is at the back of the panic room. So you have to get into the panic room to get into there. So it's pretty fucking secure in that safe house. All right, and in that
Nice.
panic room is where all the security camera videos, blah 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 blah, all that shit is. Okay, so you go through there, you go to sleep, you spend the evening doing research and whatever else you were going to do, and then you go to sleep and you wake up the following day. Now, before we come back to you, Arthur has been up during this time. He's probably slept, risen, worked, eaten, done things. What have you been doing, Arthur?
Well, my suspicions are definitely starting to go on high alert. He's an intelligent individual, even though he comes off as like a bumbling idiot, but it's a diversionary tactic. So during the day while he was at work, he was actually concocting flash powder. So it's a mixture of potassium nitrate, aluminum, and sulfur. What he's going to be doing is actually creating charge notes so that if somebody does open a door, it will set off a flash powder.
Okay, so you get like a quick bang, basically.
Quick bang,
Flash.
bright lights. Then it just fizzles out.
Okay, cool. So he's going to stick that on his doors.
Correct.
Okay, cool. All right, so that's going to take a fair few hours, I suppose, during the day.
Yes, it'll definitely take about 3 to 4 hours minimum.
4 hours, okay. And then any shopping involved? Does he go out? Does he have to go and buy dog food?
He would have gone out during that day. He would have actually taken the dog with him into London because he would have needed to collect what he needed anyway. He doesn't have potassium nitrate kicking around.
Right.
And who does? Right. And then he would have come home.
Anders and his team will watch him during the day.
Okay, cool. I will get a perception alertness check then from you during the day, Arthur.
Sorry,
This
you're
is
gonna
gonna
what now?
happen a lot.
Perception alertness check for you.
Okay.
From you.
That would be 3.
Ooh. Okay. 3 successes.
Dang.
It's one of his highest skills.
On the way into London to take the to do the things, you notice this particular vehicle in your rear view mirror, and you see a face in that vehicle. Big dude, he's got sunglasses, like little John Lennon sunglasses, driving this 4x4. And when you were coming back from town on the way home, you see the exact same fucking dude again. Weird.
Okay, well, I'm gonna. Is he around as I'm pulling in to the garage?
Okay, so when you're getting to your house, by the time you get there, you will have noticed this like on the freeway, on the motorway. So, what do you do about it at that point? Is probably more the question.
I'm going to I'm going to drive defensively I'm going to try to lose the tail.
Okay. It's going to make me a wits and drive check, please.
Yeah, just gotta figure out what that is. Wits 3.
Do you have any training in this type of stuff?
Yep.
Your character, by the way, not you.
Oh yes, yes. Oh, that's only one, but
Okay. As you get closer to your own neighborhood, you feel like the tail has just left. Like, and it leaves you wondering: were they really following me? Am I just being paranoid?
yeah. Well, I'm gonna chalk that up to more weird shit happening, more reasons to start protecting myself. So I've got that trunk full of chemicals I'm going to use to create the flash powder. I'm going to start to pack um, the my pistol.
Right.
Um, so I'm actually starting to wear a concealed holster,
Okay.
which is not good, but
Right.
I find it necessary.
Okay. So he's getting a bit. The paranoia is ramping up.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Very well. Then you guys wake up at the end of the day. Ah.
Ah. All right. Vincent. Vincent.
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, good. Time to do the thing.
Okay.
Wait, let me have a shower first. Gonna go get like look nice, I think. I'm not like aiming to like be incredibly beautiful. I'm just looking to look like a friend. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yep. So professional minimum.
I mean she's not going to be as fancy as she normally dresses up
Okay.
as.
Okay.
Then again she's not going to
Mom.
look like her mum gear stuff.
Okay.
I think she'll just have like a burgundy cardigan and I don't know, some straight pants or something.
Adidas pants.
No, God no. just just nice,
Just nice
slightly
straight
normal,
pants. Okay.
but not too normal.
All right. And boots, heels, high heels, low
Uh,
heels, thick heels.
boots not too tall.
Okay. Cool.
Sensible.
And do they have knives in them?
No. Oh, they could do. There's knives everywhere.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, if I was Mercy, I'd have knives in my boots.
Yeah,
That's the first
but
place I'd put them.
probably in her boots, yes, but not like
On
like
them.
the rigged ones, like yeah, click your heels and the dagger comes out.
No, no,
Not
no,
that
no,
sort
no.
of stuff, not movie
Just
stuff.
like a knife inside your boot, like
Yeah, yeah.
inside a scabbard inside your boot. Not
Yes.
so you don't cut your leg with it when you try and get it out.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's fair. All
Oh,
right.
if you want to know what our characters look like, I think we should probably. Well, you've at least seen Mercy. Mercy has a dark brown hair that's really tidy, nice waves in it. She's a pale, kind of scrawny woman with dark eyes, dark brown eyes. Um, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what to say. She often dresses quite tidy.
She often
Yeah.
dresses quite tidy.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I say often because, well, you never know.
She doesn't always dress tidily. Sometimes
Well, we've gone through a lot of shit, okay?
She dresses messily too. Okay. Very good.
Yeah,
So
she'll. Huh?
you're back at your quarters now. You're awake at your quarters, while he's back at his
Yes.
house, making dinner perhaps, watching the news, making dinner. Having
Yep.
the beginning of your evening, having spent the day working.
Maybe setting up uh, the surprises as well.
The surprises.
The
Yes,
flash powder.
Right.
the flash,
powder.
the powder strips.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. All right. So
Also,
yeah.
just one thing, like, she'll have like a handbag, and there'll be like little Hello Kitty charms
Little Hello Kitty charms.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like when you see her, you'll be like, oh, okay, yeah. This is a thing.
All right. Vincent, what have you done since you've gotten out of your coffin? Your box.
I have picked the men that go over and put the bugs in.
Okay.
I have, when Mercy came back, I asked her what his, the inside of his house was like from what she could see. Give me a rough idea.
Okay.
Like,
Which I probably would. If
Yeah.
not, you would already have that information, potentially.
Yeah. So we've going, once she's gone, we're gonna make entrance into the house and try and
Set up some
get
bugs.
yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna would I go in? Could you throw one dice, Russell?
D10.
Yep.
A 7.
Yeah, I'll go myself.
All right.
In misform.
Okay, cool. So you're going to use mist form to break and enter. That's an excellent plan.
Yep.
Very well. So
Can you take bugs and stuff when you misform?
No, I'm not gonna take bugs. I'm gonna go in before the team.
Right.
You can unlock the door
and unlock the door and check it out.
Right.
Okay.
Are you taking? Well, you're not taking anything because you're in mist form.
No.
Mist form. In FYI, mists, wolves, bats. You lose all your clothes, all your stuff.
No, I realised that already. So
just anybody that's planning any kind of lycanthropic, transformational role playing, your gear does not transform with you. I made this realization after playing Masquerade for about 12 years and went, this is way too fucking easy. You guys have to suffer. This has got to be better than this. Yeah.
Oh, it's nothing like freeballing.
Yep. So enjoy that. All right. So meanwhile, Mercy, you're going to go and pick him up. Is that right? You're going to drop yourself over at the house.
Yeah.
All right.
Do I know if there's a coffee place in the area?
For sure.
Okay. Is it somewhere I can walk to?
Yes.
There you go.
Okay, cool. Excellent. On that case, that's where we will be going.
All right. So
It
you're
seems
going
most convenient.
You're at his door now, Mercy. What are you doing?
Knocking.
Knock, 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 knock.
Waiting.
I peer up through the window. Give a
Can't
thumbs
see
up.
that. Oh. Right. Okay, I
Um,
can see it now.
I go get the dog, put the collar on, check the flash powder strips,
Right.
and then set the last one before I latch the front door.
All right. Now, as for these flash powder strips, very important question. In fact, I'm thinking this is more of a check kind of thing. Let's get a intelligence and science check, please.
That is... It's a good roll. Ooh, 3.
3 successes. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, cool. So you knock on the door and he comes and opens. Well, no, you hadn't said that yet, had you?
No, once I get the dog ready to go and I'm leaving, I just sort of bend down and do something with the door and then close it.
Okay. So Mercy, you'll...
Hello, little bugle. How's it going? Aw. I've missed you. I've missed you so much. Also, hi.
Steak for dinner again?
Yes, steak for dinner.
Always steak for dinner.
Yeah. Maybe you should start having more steak for dinner.
It's a possibility. I'll take it under advisement. Sorry, I'm a little frazzled today. I think I was followed on the way home. It's crazy. Crazy times.
Yeah, that is crazy. You really have no idea what's doing it.
Oh, no, again, I mean, like people just being suspicious. It's crazy. Again, like I don't know. Am I paranoid? No idea. No idea. But this guy was driving me. He was here. Then yeah, I saw him again on the on the motorway. It's- it- I just need some time to get through this. Maybe
Right.
go on vacation. I don't know. Anyway, the coffee shop's just a couple blocks away.
Nice. Let's go for a walk then. Come on, Bugle.
Okay, cool. So you go start going for a walk. Vincent, at that point, you're like, go, go, go.
Yeah.
And,
I go first.
all right.
Okay.
All right, so you guys are
I
pulling up to the house around about the time that they're walking out. Okay, so
Okay.
you wait till they get to the end of the street and then go, go, go,
yeah.
bang up to the door of the house.
Yeah.
All right, and you're going first. So what's the plan?
I will go in through under the door crack.
Under the door.
Yeah.
So you spend a blood point and
Yeah.
you whisk yourself under the door and
Yeah.
then what?
I check out the place to make sure he's gone and looking for the dog mostly.
No dog, no him. Everything is gone. Everything is quiet. There's no entities here that you are aware of.
Do I notice his little trick?
Oh, that's a great question. Because you went under the door. Do
But
you notice
let's be fair, I'm not really
looking for it.
looking for that.
No,
yeah.
you're not. So we will roll a wits and security for Vincent Myers, which is going to be 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not bad.
If it had been Phoenix, it would he would have been looking for it.
Well, there's a 10 and a 1. 1 success.
Okay.
And he rolled 3 successes for his setup.
Yeah.
So
Okay, cool.
I tend to think you probably don't notice.
Okay, all right. I tell them to come in, but coming,
All right. So they come through the front door, and of course, bang, the flash powder goes off.
Awesome.
As
Okay.
you people come in. And everybody's a little bit surprised. They all think they're dead for a moment. They all draw their guns. They all dive on the ground, cover their heads, duck and cover and roll and all of that stuff. And after they realize they're still alive, they're like, what the fuck was that? Mr. Winters looks at you. What was that, sir?
Clever boy. I like him more and more. Okay. It would seem that we have to take a more direct approach to this gentleman.
More
I'll have-
direct? What do you mean?
Do you think you can re-rig what he's rigged and clean it up before he gets back?
I don't know what he rigged, sir.
Have a look. That's what they train you for.
Oh my God, sir. This is not fucking... he starts mumbling under his breath something about the IRA and the Irish Republican Army and war, blah-de-blah. He's fucking around investigating. How would Mr. Winters know what it was? He would have to have actual lab tests and actual forensics done, I suspect.
No, I'm telling him to look. Doesn't necessarily mean he'll discover what it is.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Vincent doesn't know what it
No, I
is,
don't think
but he's
Vincent
hoping somebody knows what it is.
Mr. Winters says to you, I don't know, sir. The best I can tell you, it's some kind of precautionary device he's perhaps constructed.
Oh, I like this guy. He's brainy.
There's a lot of science about this house. He's very clearly has his eye set on some sort of goal here, doesn't he?
I'm gonna phone Gustav.
All right, you do that. So you pick up the phone and you dial the number, and meanwhile at the cafe. You walk into the cafe.
Yep.
Yep.
Pick a spot.
Oh, well.
I'll go grab some coffees. Do you want anything in particular? Foam, no foam,
Ooh.
caramel? How about a macchiato? You want a macchiato? I'll get you a macchiato.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you. As I try like and figure out how deep down I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna eat this? How am I gonna drink this?
With trepidation?
With
Bill,
jubilation?
Yeah, I go up and I order the coffees and I get a biscuit for Bugle as well.
All
It's
right.
one of the reasons why I like coming to this place because they do have dog treats.
Bugle licks your hand at that point and then goes back over to Charlie's character and starts licking her leg again.
Oh, oh, you. So
All right,
cute. So
come back.
cute.
She cheated. She gave it
Coffees.
vampire blood. It's not fair. Okay.
Ooh.
So you get your coffees and you sit down and you're in the cafe. There's some music playing in the background. There's some geezer over there with his laptop typing very loudly and, um, you know, talking to himself.
God, that guy is being incredibly loud.
Yeah,
Right. It's
never seen him before.
oh,
Hmm.
he looks like the kind of guy that would come here all the time.
Yeah, it still doesn't mean I haven't. I don't know. Maybe I've seen him.
Do you often come
Um,
here at this time of night?
no, actually, I don't. I really don't drink coffee at night.
That's
So I
true.
got
This
it.
is kind of counterproductive, isn't it?
That's why I got myself a tea. Yeah, nice matcha.
Hmm.
I'm waving my arms around and I'm unbuttoning my jacket. I'm not even sure if I even remember that I have the Browning, the high power underneath my arm.
Right. Okay. Do you want to make a wits check, a self-control check? No, what would it be?
What would it be?
Let me see. Yeah, I guess it's wits. It's just a straight up wits check.
Straight wits.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that was 3. Okay. 4. Yeesh. No.
Nothing?
Zippo.
Woo.
Zero. Zippo. Okay. Very good. So you don't remember then, I guess.
Nope.
That's the-
Just unbuttoning my jacket. Just kind of letting it flow open a bit.
Right. So, Charlie,
So-
you want to make a perception alertness check, see if you notice this gun inside his jacket.
Sure. 4. I'm sure I do.
I think you do.
Yeah.
I think
That's
you do.
very reminiscent of living in America.
What is?
Your gun?
I just button it back up again. I'm
You
taking
must
precautions.
really, I get that. You must be really paranoid to have that on you. I would have thought this place would have been quiet in comparison to Chicago. So,
Uh, I, Chicago was just a noisy, dirty. Not to. I didn't like it.
I I would do I've lived there a lot of my life, so
Oh, I'm sorry.
me too. Me too. This is a pleasant change, a nice quiet uh respite, I think.
So, you guys are sitting in a cafe, right?
Mm.
Are you sitting in the window, or are you sitting in a booth, or are you sitting by the door? Are you sitting outside on the patio? Where are you
I
sitting?
think I would have gone smart. I would have gone probably a corner booth so I could see see like the exits.
Uh-huh.
I assume that there's probably a couple of exits. I would like to maybe deduce if there's a window I could potentially sneak out of. Very much like he's paranoid, yes, but
Right.
I'm also quite paranoid.
Right, fair enough. Okay, so you're paying attention to these things. So you're sitting in a back corner, basically, in
Yeah.
the most secure spot you can see, that you can find. All right,
Yeah.
sounds good. Please continue.
And keeping an eye on the entryways. Um, So when I'm drinking, I'm pretty much just putting the cup up to my mouth and not really drinking, pretending to drink. Um, yeah.
So, would you like to make a manipulation and subterfuge check, please?
Sure. 2.
Okay, and you can make a perception alertness check, Arthur Crane.
One.
Okay. Yeah, you probably haven't noticed that she's not drinking at this point.
Hmm. So this is quite cute, isn't it? Quite a cute area. Um, are
Just wait
you
until the well, we're right next to Wembley Stadium, so just be thankful that they're not having a game going on right now.
well,
And the
that's
streets would be
true.
full.
The football, I think they call it. Um, it's not even English. It's um anyway. Yeah. Hmm.
The door
Game of
This is
footy.
a
opens.
Yes.
game of footy.
Can you make perception checks, please?
Yes.
Perception alertness.
Always making perception alertness checks.
Yep.
Always. 4.
It's 4. Okay.
What about you?
I'll get
Oh,
one
I'm
from you
rolling.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 10s.
2 10s.
Yeah.
All right. You both see this fellow walk in. One of you recognizes this fellow. He walks in, takes off his glasses, straightens his jacket, and walks over to the shopkeeper. Mercy,
Right.
you're looking at Ronnie Cray.
Okay, but I don't recognize him. I don't know him.
Mercy doesn't know him.
No.
Mercy
If
doesn't know
the
him.
if the Malkavian Madness Network does exist, though, I could potentially feel that he is what he is.
Right.
A Malkavian. But I have not met him before.
Okay.
This is
Cool.
Mercy.
All right. So I shouldn't have told you that. Pooh. Never mind. All right. So you're standing at the table, and this guy looks over at your table for a minute, and he looks back to the lady behind the counter, and he orders a. You hear him mumbling something about a latte or something.
I want to hear more. Wait, do I find him a little bit suspicious?
A little bit suspicious.
Yeah. Or
Why? Based on
that's what I'm
what?
trying to figure out.
Not yet.
Okay.
But he
Sweet,
does.
let me know.
He does look over at you more than once in the
Yep.
first
Then
sort of few moments that he's there.
that's the moment to use an aura perception,
Okay.
I think.
Yes.
That's one too many times, my friend.
Because everybody's
Um,
making aura perception checks on each other right now.
Yeah. Let's figure out what that is. Perception, empathy, difficulty 8. Nope.
No.
-1.
No idea. You can't see his aura. His aura is unclear to you right now. However, he sits down at another table in the middle of the room for a minute and takes out a notepad and places it on the table in front of him and begins to sip his coffee.
Right, so like what is it you do here?
What do I do?
Yeah, I've told you I deal in knives. By the way,
Uh,
something that's good for your information is that you should always check your knife before you buy them. If you're buying Damascus steel, you can tell that a knife is fake if you can't feel the ripples on it. Yeah, always check for the ripples. And sometimes taking a knife around is safer than taking a gun around.
right on. I'll take that under advisement. I haven't really used my knives much other than for filleting, skinning, when we're going hunting, that's about it. But
Yeah, same here.
I'll hunting. Yeah, you hunt.
No, I cook, so
Like, do you hunt small game?
I don't I don't hunt per se. I get meat and I cook it properly. I
Hence
fillet things.
this,
She
Yeah.
hunts lab.
hence the steak.
Hence the steak, yeah.
Right. Is Figures
Yeah.
sitting, writing, scribbling notes?
Is he still looking at us?
No, not directly.
Okay. Right.
To answer your question, I'm a microbiologist, focusing on immunology. I do research, not only just my own research, but I also work for a research firm that one of the local CDCs in London. It's good work. Gets me what I need.
Right.
What you need.
What do I need? Oh, yeah. Well,
Could
I'm dying.
Could I check
So
his aura throughout this, please?
Sure, you can make an aura perception check on
Thank
him.
you. Sorry, I need to do this.
Mhm.
And I need to roll higher. There you go, 3 successes.
All right, so he's a human, and you can tell us 2 other things about your aura, please. If you can think of 2 worthwhile things that are worth mentioning about your character's current state of mind.
Well, it'd definitely be giving off some serious paranoia vibes, and his aura would also be splotched as well.
Splotched.
Yeah, as evidence. So basically, the evidence of this disease
Right.
and and quite possibly its origins.
Right. Does he have a sickly aura?
It's not sickly per se. It's infected.
Right. Okay. Keeping that in mind. So there you go, Charlie. That's
Right.
his aura.
So going back to what you need,
Excuse
what
me.
do you mean by that?
Excuse me. This fellow comes walking over to your table. Excuse me. Did you say that you work for CDC here?
Yeah, there's a research assistant. Why?
Oh, that's very interesting to me, actually, because I'm looking for some inroads into such well, this is an opportunity. Quite an
Inroads?
opportunity. I'm Ronnie. He puts his hand out to you. I'd like to meet you.
Can I catch his gaze?
You can catch his.
What-
you want to catch his gaze?
And hi, I'm Mercy. I'm catching his gaze.
He looks
I'm
over at
going
you.
to
He smiles at you, Mercy.
I'm going to do some fuckery.
He
So-
says he says to you, Mercy, as you're about to do your fuckery, he turns to you and he says, nice catch, by the way.
Nice catch.
I'm quite interested in this one myself.
I'm going to use Forgetful Mind
On who?
on Ronnie Cray.
Oh, fucking good luck with that.
You say that.
Go on, you can try.
Okay. Okay, so 3 successes, which means I may make slight alterations to memory.
Does that work on vampires?
It does if I'm of equal or higher generation, lower generation, equal,
Right.
lower generation.
what
And I'm generation 7, whereas he's generation 8.
Which you shouldn't know, but anyway.
No, I know because I played with his childer.
All right, and what are you trying to make him forget?
In mid-sentence, I'll say, "It's really nice to meet you, but I'll just sort of push Arthur out of the way a little. Just forget you ever came here. Forget you ever saw us. Go back home and have a Merry Christmas."
Right. Well, I'm going to have to search the rules for a minute here while you guys continue your roleplay for a minute. He looks down and looks away from you when you say all this, and he goes back and sits at his table and sips at his coffee for a minute.
Right. Sorry about that.
You know him?
I'm
Kind of got the impression you did, but that wasn't a very friendly exchange.
sorry. I'm sorry that you had to be a part of that.
I didn't want nothing to do with him anyway. It's creeping me out.
Right, well,
But yeah, I work for the CDC, microbiologist, focusing on immunology. Uh, just really just trying to figure out what's going on with my body, my rebellious body.
your rebellious body.
Yeah, I've got some sort of weird bloodborne disease that doesn't have a name.
Okay. What's the issue though?
What's the
Is
issue? It's
it,
killing me.
it's killing you?
It's literally eating all the protein, nutrients, minerals out of my bloodstream. It's almost impossible to replenish it at this point in time, and nobody seems to be able to help.
Well,
So
I'm sorry to hear that.
yeah, it sucks, man. Sucks. But I'm making the best out of it as I possibly can. You know, living my best life as I see fit, and yeah, you know, hopefully something. I don't know. Maybe this is what I'm doing in my garage is. I don't know. I've been dabbling and going into really crazy avenues of research. But yeah, hopefully it bears fruit. Hopefully.
I hope so too. If you need any knives, I'm willing to give you a free set of knives. Like actual Damascus steel. None of that fake stuff. None of the printed stuff. It's not even sharp. So
I might take you up on that offer. But yeah, I'm finished up my tea. I'm gonna go home, and I'm actually starting to get a little tired.
okay. Is there something you wanted to say, Russell?
Oh, I'm listening.
What happened with Ronnie?
Nothing. He went and sat at his table. You told him off. He left.
Excellent. Okay, so I won't show Arthur the contents of my cup when we leave, but I will just sort of take it up to the counter and be like, "Thank you, that was lovely."
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take his cup as well.
The lady's like,
Yeah.
would you like this to go,
No,
love?
no, thank you.
You sure? You sure? It's you haven't had much.
It's really late,
Right. No problem.
so and I'm trying to impress this guy, so
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you like to make a perception alertness check, please, Arthur, if you overhear any of that conversation?
One.
One success. Okay. Well, you might have heard some of it. It's up to you whether or not you want to engage with it.
At this point in time, I'm more focused on. I'm starting to get tremors,
Right.
so possibility of a seizure episode might be approaching.
Right.
I'm not usually out this late. You know, having that tea, the altercation. You know, it's.
Right.
I just need to leave. Is pretty much his main focus right now.
Right. So he's getting up. He's leaving. Is that
Yeah.
that's what's happening? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, hey, do I notice that he's like trembling and going through something?
Make a perception check. Perception
Okay.
alertness. On that subject.
3 successes.
Yeah, I think it's fair and reasonable. You collect some amount of data that tells you something's wrong.
Actually, if you don't mind, I'll
Do you want to make a perception medicine check?
okay. Perception medicine. Nope.
No. All right.
No.
So you don't know much. You know something's wrong.
Right.
He doesn't look well. Now, Barry, you're at the house.
Okay, Sweetly Done is going to be like this. The TV is going to be taken off the thing like robbers tried to get out of the place, but they were disturbed by the bang.
Mm-hmm.
And they left the TV and ran away, sort of thing.
Okay.
So it's in the middle of the floor.
All right. So
Like
the
it's
TV's
been
been pulled
taken.
out, unplugged, dumped
Yeah.
in the middle of the floor.
Yeah.
And they've just run off.
The same with his DVD and anything he's got
Okay.
like that.
Cool. So it's
And
like a robbery gone wrong.
Yeah. And we put the bugs in the place while we were there.
Okay. Whereabouts have you got bugs?
We've got him in his lounge. We've can we put anything in his computer?
Sure you can.
Yeah. Yes, we put something in his computer so we can see.
So basically a key logger or something like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So we can know what he knows.
Right. You could probably get backdoor access to his computer system as well.
Yeah.
So if you need to, you can go through his files, see what he's doing, see what he's looking at, see what he's searching, see what his work is.
Yeah, but so far Vincent's impressed with him because he's shown a lot of intelligence.
Right.
Rigging something like that up was a clever move.
Cool. All right. And then you fuck off out of there, I take it.
Yep, yep. And I'll talk to Gustav. If I may.
Archon Maya. You are on
I
mute.
just wanted to give you a personal update.
Speak.
This boy's intelligent, really intelligent.
I see.
I think he knows he's being followed.
Impossible. There has been no sign. How would you know that?
Well, Mercy tells me that he's noticed his mail has been mucked around with.
I see.
He's noticed people have been in his rubbish tin.
I see.
And this evening, before we went in, he rigged up his entrances.
He rigged up his entrances.
Yes.
To what end?
We fell into well, it would let him know if somebody had entered the house or not.
I see. So he's outwitted you.
Yes, he's outwitted me, and I've turned the tables and hopefully outwitted him.
I see. Well,
Yes.
keep me abreast of the situation.
I will.
There are other factors, other tasks for me presently. I will leave this in your capable hands, Archon.
His illness may be a good key for us to work with.
I imagine this is so. Very well.
All right.
Good night.
I'll see you, my lord. Thank you.
Click. All right, so you guys walk back to the house together?
Yep, yep.
All right.
Really enjoying this brisk walk.
Do you want to make a
Turned a
perception
few books over too, Russell, and made it look a little, but not so bad that it's going to cause him,
All right. Can I get a perception alertness check from those walking the streets back to the house?
2.
2.
110, a 9, and a 1.
A 10, a 9, and a 1. All right. So it's 2 successes with a 10. Okay. You both hear a vehicle approaching you from behind to your right as you're walking. It's just a car going past, but it begins to slow down as you're walking, like it's slowing down and kind of keeping pace with you a little bit longer than it probably ever should have.
I'm gonna look for an area to maybe like an alleyway or something to take him down.
Is there an alleyway here, or is this too urban for alleyways?
It's far too urban.
Okay, somewhere we can go just in case.
Well, you can duck between houses, down driveways, things like that.
Yep. I'm just gonna start taking you.
So so she grabs him and just by the shoulder perhaps and starts dragging him down the driveway, the nearest driveway.
Yep.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I don't trust that van. Just follow me, okay?
As you are doing this, the van pulls up next to you. The door slides open. And 3 dudes jump out in black clothes.
Okay. I want to catch the eye of one.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna dominate him to be like,
Catching his eye is going to be tricky because they're trying to kidnap you and they don't really give a fuck about staring you in the eyes.
well, let's see if I can, eh?
Yeah. I think this can be a charisma and something check. catching eyes, Mercy Adams. Can you catch eyes with, yeah, charisma and expression?
Okay. 2 successes out of 2 dice.
Successes. Wow.
Jesus.
Nice.
Oh,
All right, you catch one of their eyes out of the 3 of them.
excellent.
Yep, and you say,
Kill everyone else and leave us alone.
okay, and you are using mesmerize?
Yes, please.
You
Mesmerize.
can implant a suggestion into the unconscious mind of a subject. This requires intense concentration, the careful and precise use of instructions for the intent. Properly cause mesmerization immediately. Oh,
Is it within his nature to kill?
No. Certainly not
okay.
his friends.
Well, can he kill though?
Well, he can kill.
Is it in his? Has he killed before?
You don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's the difference between it working or not, because it's come up before. One of our old games with John.
You are under the mistaken impression that I care.
Hey, I'm just using your own rules against you.
Yeah, I know. And that's why I don't care.
These are your rules. I mean, if I knew that, I quite possibly wouldn't have done that.
So, manipulation and leadership versus the willpower of the target. And what were your successes? What were your dice?
I haven't rolled yet.
Haven't rolled yet.
Do you have a target willpower for me?
I will tell you if you have success.
Okay. All right. 2.
Okay. So the target cannot be forced to do anything that seems strange to them with less than 3 successes.
Okay, right.
So he's not going to do anything like that. Instead, he's going to shoot you.
Okay.
So
Fun.
you're like, do this thing, blah blah blah, and he's like in your chest,
right,
with a silenced Glock.
I can dodge this?
You can make a dex and dodge check.
Okay.
Arthur, you can make a perception alertness check.
Well, I get 5 successes.
You get 5 successes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool.
3 successes.
All right. So you see this whole event happen. You also see Mercy fucking cartwheel out of the way of the gun or whatever it is that she wants to do to get out of the way. It may be as theatrical as you like, Mercy, with 5
Sure.
successes.
Yeah, I'd really like to. I will do the flips out of the way. I want to flip behind the vehicle or something, and at that point, I'll obfuscate.
All right. So you can make a strength and athletics check and then a stealth check when you obfuscate.
God, so funny.
And Arthur, you're just witnessing some complete madness has just occurred in front of you, like out of nowhere.
Nope.
No successes. Okay.
I guess I'm just doing this awkwardly.
So you cartwheel and then you're like, oh.
Yeah, that didn't work.
If I close my eyes, I'll disappear. Sort of shuffles out the door sideways.
Okay, so now we're LARPing. Okay.
Right, now we're laughing. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so that's what you do.
Yes, I disappear.
Arthur, what do you do when she disappears from right in front of your eyes? Poof, she vanishes.
Well,
Holy shit!
Not in front of his eyes. I have to get behind something.
You have to what?
I have to get behind something.
Oh, you did get
Far
behind
were
something.
they from home?
I have to get some cover.
How far are you guys away from this situation, Barry?
Yeah.
Well, you're at the safe house, having just gotten back to the safe house, which is literally 100 feet away on the other side of the street.
Is she wearing a headset?
She's not, apparently. That's the impression I have. No headset, no two-way comms. She's got a wire on her. Basically.
A wire on her?
Yeah, like a cop with a wire dealing with drug dealers, kind of a wire.
Okay, so we won't get any of this then.
Well, you're hearing what's going on, but you can't speak to her.
Okay, we will start moving.
Okay, so your guys are coming out
Yeah.
at that point. Okay, so there's a small SWAT team army coming out of the building upstairs, down
Yeah.
onto the street.
Yep.
Okay, and they're like dudes in black body armor with stires or something.
Yep. Yep. They'll get in the they'll head towards, where they might be, because they'd have to be on the way between the coffee bar and here.
Right. Well, I mean, you see the black car pull up. You see Mercy do her shit, and then
Okay, we go for
Right.
it then if we can see that much. Yeah.
Okay, so you just go. All right. So these guys are coming downstairs. Arthur, what are you doing?
I'm going to draw my gun and back away.
All right.
I'm assuming there's going to be another house relatively close, so either try to move behind their bins or a wall or a fence, something, just to kind of take it.
For sure. You can make a. Let's make it wits and security.
Security. 3.
This is basically for cover or for escape. What are you primarily
Cover.
focused on? Cover.
Yeah.
All right.
And okay, 1. I got 1.
One success. Okay, so looking around, you can't see any very strong, useful cover that you can actually gain access to without a key. So you're looking around a little bit wildly. These 3 guys, you see one of them has got handcuffs in one hand, one of them has a taser, and the other has a gun. So the one with the taser is basically moving towards you now, Arthur.
Can I
Yep.
seeing as I'm obfuscated, I'm going to kill the one with the gun.
All right, obfuscated, and you're going to kill the one with the gun using what?
My knives.
All
Those
right.
very, very knives I've been piddling.
Peddling the whole time. Okay, cool. So
Yes.
So you're going to peddle a knife into this fellow's head, I assume,
Yeah.
using dex, and we're going to use melee for knife throwing, even though it's not technically melee. But it's close enough.
I will be using it as a melee weapon in this case, where I will go up and
Oh, you are? You're not throwing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
So
So
3
3 successes for that.
Okay, that guy is presently dead with a knife in his head. Okay, so that's the
and
guy
then-
with the gun, right?
Yes, the guy with the gun.
Okay, the guy with the gun is dead. All right, and at that point you're hearing the troops coming out from across the street. Arthur, you might be seeing the troops coming out from across the street going, what the fuck, where are all these people coming from, and why is there an army that's just emerged on my doorstep? Practically.
All these thoughts, yes.
Yeah. So one of the guys is going for you, Arthur. He's going to try and get the handcuffs on you. Can you make a strength and athletics check? Unless you have a plan to keep him away. You want to shoot him?
Well, I have my gun drawn,
Right.
so I'm gonna shoot for fleshy bits.
Shoot for fleshy bits. So dex and firearms to shoot him.
Firearms. 2. Ooh. 3.
3 successes. Okay. Well,
Nice.
he is dead. Bang. What kind of? This is? Did you say Browning?
It's a Browning 9mm.
Okay, so it's a 9mm. This is quite loud. No silencer. Nothing like that.
Oh, no silencer. Nope.
Okay, so this is a very loud gunshot that goes off.
Yes.
In an urban environment in Wembley. Okay, cool. Just
Yes.
keeping these things in mind, timing will come into it. Because, within 30 seconds, there's people on the phone to the cops. Okay, so the Browning goes off. Bang, bang, bang. You kill that dude. He falls to the ground. The last guy there, the guy with a taser, he looks at you and he tries to bolt. And as he does, one of Vincent's security guys, I think, just knocks him out with the butt of a gun. And now he's lying over the garden wall at the end of somebody's property.
Would it be alright to...
Vincent, you're there now too, wandering.
Could I go up to the van? After seeing that they're all out of
Yeah, actually, speaking
of
of the
order?
van, after seeing all of the shit go down and their people get taken out so quickly, the van driver just starts tearing off down the street. You can make an athletics check to try and catch it if you want.
Sure.
So
What will the
strength and athletics.
strength athletics?
Yeah.
No.
Nope. Okay. It goes
Could I
tearing
perhaps
off.
throw something instead?
You could try. What are you going to try and throw?
What I've got, aka my knife.
Throw a knife at a van.
Yep.
Okay, you can try. Okay, yeah. I mean, if you can get 4 successes and the successes are 10, you can puncture a tire
Okay.
with a knife. But you need 4 successes and they have to be 10s.
Well, I got 2 10s, but only 3 successes.
Wow, that's pretty good. Well, okay, so 2 successes. You hit the tire with the knife. The knife goes into the tire, but the tire just keeps spinning and it snaps off the blade, and the blade is stuck through the tire and it's sealed the tire, so it's not actually letting the tire down in its current state. And so the vehicle drives off with the blade still in the tire, and your handle of your knife is now bouncing around on the street behind it. Ding, 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 as the van turns the corner at the next stop. Vincent, you're there.
Okay, do I see the principal?
Yes.
I walk over to him with no guns in sight.
Okay, so Alan, Arthur. Fuck, Jesus Christ, I can remember names. Arthur, you see Vincent. Vincent, do you want to describe yourself to Arthur Crane as you cross the street?
Did you watch Interview with the Vampire?
Of course he did.
I'm him, but with a moustache.
So we're talking about which one? Not Lestat.
Brad Pitt?
Brad Pitt?
Brad Pitt, but with a moustache.
Okay.
Gotcha.
What sort of moustache is this? Is this like a pencil moustache, or is this a big, thick handlebar moustache?
No, it's not that gross. It's like yours, like yours is becoming.
Whoa.
It's becoming.
That's a scary thought. Basically, you mean a bush.
Yeah, it's a bush. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Fair enough.
It's a bush.
All right. So you do that.
Well, evening, good sir.
Evening.
I'll walk over as well.
I'm just sort of still brandishing the gun. It's shaking away.
My name is Vincent. Pleasure to meet you.
I'm sorry. I'm probably going to have a fit right now because of his heightened emotions.
All right.
Okay.
I was already freaking out on the walk over here.
Right.
I'm probably, yeah, he just goes down.
Oh, well, if he's in the middle of a fit, and I've seen fits in my time, he won't remember too much. So I'll give him a drink of my blood when he hits the ground.
Okay, so Vincent, you're gonna ghoul him.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you're gonna give him a sip of blood straight from the wrist.
Yeah.
And then lick the wound.
Yeah.
Okay. So in which case, Arthur Crane, you're now a ghoul.
We should.
Yeah.
Should we tell him, or should we just erase his memory? Like, I can do that. I don't mind. Just say he returned home and went to bed. Easy.
We've got to think quickly. Yes, let's do that. Let's put him in his house, make everything comfortable, and you can tell him.
Right. Okay.
Go for it.
Come on, Arthur. You might have been knocked out, but with the blood, you would most likely be up again on your feet.
Yeah, I was about to say, with the blood, you are back on your feet, and Vincent is the nicest guy in the whole world. Vincent is now, to you, what Mercy is to Bugle.
Yeah.
Hey man, thanks for coming to the rescue, man. That was brilliant.
Anytime. This way.
Yeah, man, yeah. You want to stay for a nightcap? I think I got some tea.
Oh, look, I really, really must go. But I was happy to be in the area, my friends and I. Yes.
Oh yeah,
We,
yeah, yeah. Rain check, right? Rain check.
yeah, we were in the middle of a simulation. You see, fortunately.
Si-
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
well.
All right.
Okay. Where do you live? Excuse me, young lady, do you know where he lives?
Yep, come on. Come on, let's
Okay.
go.
Good,
I'll
good.
put my hand on your shoulder and just guide you along.
Yeah.
Let's go back to your place.
I see.
A whole bunch of
Vancouver by night
craziness
has
happened.
been watching for a little while. I haven't checked the chat for about 30 minutes. I realize. I'm so sorry, guys. I've been so enthralled in the game.
Gentlemen, please, I tell my boys, go back to the house. I think we can handle this, yes.
All right, they head back. They clear off.
Okay, so we will take you back to your house, put you on the sofa, and then I'm going to use the forgetful mind on you. Might actually make your willpower lower somehow. Um, hmm. Okay.
So point of interest when we get back into the house,
Yeah.
I will notice the disheveled state that the living quarters is in.
Oh, that might bring your willpower down.
Oh my God, it would appear you've been robbed. My goodness. Oh, terrible.
Right, right. The house has been broken into. So at that
Oh,
point, you can make Arthur Crane. You can make a perception and security check. Your difficulty is going to be 4 because you set the trap.
1.
1. Okay, well that's better than nothing. So at that point, you can definitely see that one of your traps has gone off. And you're noticing the room has been compromised. The house is compromised.
What the hell happened here?
oh, it looks like a
Fucking knew it.
robbery.
Fucking knew it. Man, I'm moving. This is it. I'm done.
What? You appear to have some kind of problem.
I'm just about got kidnapped. My house has been broken into. I got people following me on the streets.
Now, why would someone be so interested in you?
I don't know. I don't know, man. Maybe some of the research that I've been doing at the CDC. I don't know. It's not even that important.
I'm gonna look at Vincent like, should I do it? Yeah?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, right. So Arthur. Dear sweet Arthur. I'm gonna use a
Yeah.
forgetful mind. So with subterfuge. Wits and subterfuge. And so 2 successes. So I will remove, it says I can remove things but not alter your memory.
Okay.
So I am going to remove everything from
the cafe.
walking out of the cafe onwards. Yeah.
Right. So walking out of the cafe to now.
Yeah. So you don't remember anything.
Okay. So Arthur, you were sitting in the cafe, and now
Sorry.
you're sitting in your room in your house with Mercy and the stranger, Vincent. Right? And the house is disheveled, and the TV is in the middle of the room, and the DVD player has been ripped out of the wall, and there's discs around on the floor, and the place looks like it's just been broken into. There's the smell of, I'm guessing it's a little smell that comes from the powder.
Yeah, so the sulfur and the potassium.
Right. So that's in the air. Yeah.
Are you okay? You fainted.
I probably did more than faint, but thanks.
You're right. Do you have any medicine I could go grab you?
No, I don't take pills anymore. That just doesn't do anything for me.
Well, sir, I'll make my police report if that's all right about the robbery, and I'll be going now.
Did we call the police? I don't remember.
I called the police and an ambulance, but the ambulance came over. Well, they took you here, checked you over. They said you seemed all right, and I told them I'd look after you for the remainder.
Can I get
Um,
perception alertness checks, please?
So I'll be leaving you at this point then.
Thank you,
Uh,
officer.
yeah, could you send me a copy of the police report, please?
Yes, we'll
Perception
make sure
alertness
that happens.
checks. What are your checks? What do we get here?
3.
Vincent, I'm going to roll your perception check for you. Vincent Meyer, where did you go? Oh, it's over here. Vincent Meyer.
Vincent Meyer.
What did you get, Mercy?
3.
3. What did you get, Jesse?
3.
3 as well. And what did Barry get for Vincent? We shall find out momentarily. 1 success. Okay, well, all of you hear something, but those of you that got 3 successes would have heard the sounds of a car pulling up outside as well, just a moment earlier. And then you hear the sounds of boots approaching the front door.
I'm gonna just run into the other room, obfuscate.
Okay, so Mercy goes,
Obfuscate.
and disappears. All right, Vincent, what are you doing?
I'm going to.
Sound, Vincent?
Yeah, Vincent. Yeah.
Sorry, you can
Come
tell.
on, Barry, you got this.
If you'll come with me, my good man, just this way. Thank you. I think that's my people.
Do I need to get a persuasion check, or is he persuaded by Barry's role
Don't
playing?
forget, he's got my blood in him.
That's true. He's got your blood. Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
True. So do you,
Let
you follow
us
along?
make sure the robbers haven't come back.
Yeah. That sounds great, man. Just give me 1 second. I'm go over to my coffee table, usually where I have the rows of joints. Were they
Right.
disturbed as well?
Were they disturbed? I don't know if they were disturbed. Would they have disturbed his fucking weed? I'm guessing they
No.
probably would have.
No.
They didn't?
No.
That's suspicious.
No.
I mean,
They
anyone
wouldn't
that
have.
breaks into a house.
When you say disturbed,
finds
do
a
you
bunch
mean
of-
throw them around the place?
Yeah, or stolen.
No, stolen. They would have stolen
They
them,
would
not
have
disturbed.
that's what I'm thinking. They would have
Yeah,
stolen them, right?
I'm sorry. I thought you meant disturbed.
Okay, so
disturbed.
all the
Yeah.
weed is gone.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I go to the door, expecting trouble.
All right, when you get to the door,
So when I'm away from him, my arm are up before I have a look.
all right, very good. One moment, please. All right, so you get to the door and you open the door. There are a couple of fellows standing at the door, wearing suits. One of them raises a badge. He says, "Good evening. My name is D.I. Darius Pope. I'm here to investigate. We had a call at this address this evening."
I'm already handling it, my friend. And I show him my ID.
Okay, and your ID is what?
Vincent Morrow,
From?
CI5.
CI5.
Yeah,
MI5?
wasn't it CI5 you gave me?
CIA, MI5, MI6.
One of those
FBI,
numbers, letters.
NSA.
Yeah.
One of the alphabet soups. Okay.
Of course, if you'd like to handle it, that's fine. But I've got it
So
all in
you've
hand.
got this all in hand then, do you, sir? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Hold on a minute while we make a persuasion check for you, Mr. Myers.
I was just on my way home, and they gave this one to me.
Charisma and
There's no persuasion.
there's no persuasion in
Yeah.
this game. Fucking silly.
So empathy
Empathy. Yeah.
or something else. Subterfuge, he's lying, so
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so subterfuge and manipulation. Okay.
If you want to verify my credentials, ring this man.
All right. So you give him the details. You get 3 successes, an 8 and
Yep.
2 sevens,
Yep.
and he believes you. And they, oh, sorry to interrupt you, sir. Sorry about that. Sorry that you seem to have everything in hand. Forgive us.
It's all right. It's
We'll
all
just be
right.
on backup. If you need anything, just call out. He gives you a card and what have you, and
Thank you.
They fuck
Thank
off.
you. Bye.
All right.
I do
What?
believe I go back.
What a
Alright.
crazy night, huh?
You're not kidding.
You go back into the house.
Yeah.
Okay. And where's Arthur right now?
Still in the main entryway
Oh, yeah.
where all the
Mercy would
other
have
people are
appeared
gathered.
back again.
Right. Okay. So Mercy's back now.
Yeah,
Huh.
of course.
Okay. Cool.
I just,
Uh,
I
I am,
just run away.
however, very suspicious. Like as things are calming down, the fact that I already have a connection with Vincent, I don't feel as if like there's an impending threat. However, the condition of the house, if these were the individuals that were following me and messing with my stuff, they never once destroyed anything or stole anything. So now I'm back on high alert.
Except for the weed.
Well, for everything. The fact that the TV's has been knocked over. My
Right.
CD collection is a strew. There's no weed on the table.
Right.
Not once did they ever disturb or take anything. So just like in my mind, I'm like, okay, what is really
What's
going on here?
Right. Fair enough.
so, so that's been taken care of. I'll leave you to alone then, shall I?
All right, thank you, sir.
I hope you're feeling much better, old chap.
I'm actually feeling a lot better than I have in a long time.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. If I can be of any service, here's my personal number. You may ring me at any time.
Except during the day.
No, I'm not going to tell him
Right.
that. Yes, well, anytime.
Okay.
Bye. Bye. Have a good evening.
Goodbye.
Yeah,
I'll send you the report as soon as I get it.
right
Finished.
on, man. Yeah.
Do you want some help cleaning? I'll just start picking things up.
You know what? It's
I'll pick up the TV.
Just leave it. I'll deal with it tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go to bed.
Okay. You be safe.
Yeah, well, I mean, as long as
You've got your guard dog here.
where's my
Hugo?
gun?
Your gun.
Where did you leave it? I mean,
It was in my hand when I fainted.
Right. So where did you?
It's
put
probably
it?
on the street.
Is it on the street, or did Vincent pick it up and put it back in his holster or something?
It'll be in this holster.
Oh, you did? Okay.
And one bullet short.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And
Slight
What
smell of
happened?
cordite.
The smell,
Yeah.
the smell of cordite is in the air.
Okay, well, yeah. I'm gonna come back tomorrow just to make sure that you're okay. Because what happened back there worried the hell out of me. Okay? And what happened
Yeah.
here? I hope this doesn't happen to me.
That's what I'm saying. I'm probably gonna be moving. This is absolutely insane. This was a safe neighborhood.
Was a safe neighborhood. Perhaps you just need better security or something.
As soon as she says security, that I look at my door.
Okay.
Do I see the burn mark where the flash strip was?
Yes.
I keep it to myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna pet the dog one last time. Goodbye. Goodbye, little one. Don't miss me too much. No. It's getting harder and harder to leave, I tell you that.
Grabs onto your sleeve with your teeth, with teeth biting sleeve being dragged.
Hugo, come on, man.
You're gonna make an
Let's go
animal
let's go get you some dinner. Let's get you some dinner, man. Come on, boy.
manipulation and animal handling from you. I feel that's okay.
Animal Ken.
Yeah. Animal Ken. That's what I meant to say. Run too many
Got one
games.
success.
One success. Okay, let's see what this doggy's willpower is like. What did you roll for your success?
An 8.
It was an 8. Okay. All right. You managed to pry the dog off Mercy's arm, off her sleeve, and she's still trying to get back to her, but yeah. Anyway,
So cute.
he is still trying to get back to her. Bugle. Yeah.
I will walk away
All
back
right.
to my house.
All right, so you head off out and you get back to the safe house where Vincent is waiting, I assume.
It said we're going to interrogate the captive.
Right. At this point, Mr. Winters says to you, Sir, we've
Yes?
got everything installed. Would you like me to switch it all on now?
Yes.
All right. And bang, 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 they switch on all the bugs over at the other house that have been installed.
Okay.
So now all the sound, possibly some pictures. Is there cameras in there or just...
Yeah, there's
Little
cameras.
sneaky cameras, little microscopic cameras.
Yeah,
All right, and then bugs in different rooms and things.
yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so what doth our new friend do before sundown?
Ooh.
What do you do during the day?
Well, I'm asking Arthur what he does between now
Oh.
and the time the vampires go to sleep, so that we can find out what...
I'm just gonna leave everything the way it is. I'm just like shaking my head. And do I smell the cordite coming from under my arm?
Yep.
I take out the gun, drop the clip,
One bullet missing.
pop them all out. Yeah. Pop everything back in again. Reload. Something's really fucking weird. So I'm just gonna leave everything, as I said, leave everything the way it is, and my suspicion alarm is ringing away.
All right.
Yeah, exactly. Spidey senses. So before I go to bed, I'm gonna actually do something I've never done before, and I'm putting on deadbolts, which I don't usually do.
All right.
Deadbolts, chains. I usually just go with like the little door lock, right? But no, everything's getting locked down.
And Bugle is a bit freaked out too, because he's never seen you do this before either. So this is new behavior from Master.
Yep.
So yeah.
I give him a CBD treat to calm him down.
Nice.
We'll calm him down. All right. Very good. So then you, the vampires go to sleep, and you are gonna stay up all night, or are you gonna go to sleep as well?
I'm going to stay up as long as I possibly can. Like I said, I'm probably feeling better, more alive than I have in a long time.
Well, curiously, now that you're a ghoul, in my campaign at least, you only need 4 hours sleep as a retainer, as a ghoul. So you can get a lot more done during the day and night. So yeah, you find it's relatively easy to stay up. It's like being on speed. I assume. I've never done speed.
And nor have you been a ghoul, not that we know of.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stay awake, and if I don't feel any tremors, and if I don't feel like I'm gonna have a fit, I'm gonna keep staying up as long as I can.
Yeah, you feel very steady. You feel very together. You feel strong. Yeah. We're eventually, we're talking about, we have in fact even done some transitioning from V2 to V5. So, currently your dominator is Vincent. And Vincent is a gangrel technically, so you could pick up a gangrel discipline at this point. You could pick up
One
a
of the
dot.
level ones.
Yeah, you could pick up a dot in protein.
I guess because it's
We
Yeah,
could
yeah.
we could simplify it and just make it potence. which is what it has always been until recently.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I like that. That works.
So you can add yourself a dot of potence. Very good. And so I guess you're finding yourself. You might find that something that you pick up, some object that you pick up, might you might crush it by accident or break something by accident because you're finding yourself much stronger than you were a few hours ago.
That's gonna wreak havoc when I go to do work in the garage.
Right.
Those beakers.
Because
Yeah,
You picked this one.
yeah,
It's on you.
it'll be interesting.
it'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
interesting.
But yeah, I'll stay up as long as I can. I'll do more research.
Okay.
Honestly,
All right. So you stay up all night doing research. So you stay up most of the next day too. I'm going to suggest because of the blood and the adrenaline and all the weird shit going on. And so the next night, will you have gone out during the day? Will you have done anything else over that period?
no. In fact, I probably would have stayed home pretty much the entire time.
Okay.
Probably went out into the lab.
Right.
Noticed that I was inadvertently breaking tubes.
Right. Do you
Having to
go?
replenish them.
Do you? Tell you what. Can you roll me a D10, please? Just one D10.
6.
6. Okay. You notice that you're starting to get low on a few things. You know, cigarettes, for example, things like that. Other stuff that you keep around the house for yourself that you need and want, that you don't have huge supplies of, unless you do. Are you a hoarder?
No,
No.
not at all.
Okay. All right. So you know you're probably going to
Minimalist.
the next day or two. You're going to need to go out for some supplies.
Well, that and I'll have to replenish my weed. So yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. So you guys, you go back to your room on the other side of the street after the events happen, and you go to sleep. And do you make any reports or anything? Do you say
I
anything in those
make a report to Gustav.
All right.
What the hell was that? What? Have you interrogated that guy yet?
No, I was going to leave that to you, Missy.
Don't mind if I do. I just slink out of the room.
Have at it.
So where do you go? Which guy are you wanting to interrogate?
The one we... Yeah.
The guy that managed to survive, the guy with the taser.
Right. Go with the taser. Okay, so you've got
Yes.
him. Okay, cool. All right.
I'm going to torture him.
Where is he right now?
He's in the
Is he in the safe
basement
house?
part of this building.
Basement of the safe house. Okay, cool.
Yep.
That makes sense. That's about right. All right. And is he what? Hanging up from the ceiling by his feet, by his ankles, or is he? What is he doing? How
Yeah, he's there's chains and stuff.
Okay.
We got him chained up, and he's hanging up like
swinging from the rafters. Okay. Is he gagged?
yeah. You know, and it's soundproofed in there as much as we can soundproof it.
All right, it's quite soundproofed. It's an
Yeah.
underground facility. Okay.
Yeah,
It's had money
because
spent on it.
Vincent has a feeling that Missy's going to have a lot of fun, you know.
Okay.
I mean, it all depends on whether he just spills the beans in the first few minutes from me dominating him.
During the day, I have got Mr. Winters to make a fake police report.
Okay.
So I can go over to the target's place
Right.
with 2 cups of hot coffee.
All right. Okay. Cool.
You
All
know,
right.
takeaway coffees.
Yep. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So meantime, you're going to talk to this dude, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to dominate him first.
Okay.
And if he doesn't give me all the information I require, then I'm going to torture him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll get.
So, yeah, I can roll.
Yep.
Yeah. Is his willpower quite low now, seeing as
You don't know.
he's chained up?
You don't know.
Okay, well, maybe a little bit of torture, light torturing to get that willpower down.
Just a little bit of light torture.
Yeah.
Right. In the
I
evening.
won't go into it because we're on Twitch. But
Oh, feel free to go into it. I'm into it.
okay. Well, often it's with Mercy, it's gonna be knives.
It's
It's
gonna be
going to be
nice.
cutting him open in certain locations, potentially removing some items, removing
Items,
some
bones,
like
limbs,
yeah,
sections,
limbs.
pounds of flesh.
Well, I think the whole from what I've seen on like movies and stuff, like the like removing of fingernails and stuff like that, potentially teeth. I'm really trying to destroy his will,
Right.
because it makes it a lot easier for me to dominate
Dominate
him.
him after that.
However,
Okay.
I also want him to be able to talk,
Um.
so
So what's your humanity right now, Mercy?
it's 6. But this is for the sake of the order.
Right. Have you converted to the path of Mars?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm doing this for the sake of the order.
All right. I don't see a problem with that. All right. So you're torturing this guy and you're breaking down his willpower the best that you
Yes.
can. In order to see how many willpower points you break down, let's do a manipulation, and I think this would have to be streetwise. I think, unless anyone else can think of a better one. Could be security, but
Intimidation, maybe?
could be intimidation. Yeah, intimidation would work. It's not. Yeah, intimidation. Let's do intimidation.
5.
5 successes. What do you want to know?
I want to know who he's working for.
He doesn't
I
know
want to
who he's
know
working for.
why he was there.
He got paid to be there.
Paid by whom?
He got paid by a man who calls himself the postman.
The postman. Where was the postman?
The postman was at the post office.
Where's the post office?
He tells you the address of the post office, which is a post office in somewhere in London.
Right. Okay. Did he ever feel like he was under any influence to do anything?
He's felt that since he was 5.
Okay. Wow, that's really depressing. Okay. So he was meant to pick up. Who is he meant to pick up?
He was meant to pick up your friend here, Arthur.
Right. And where was he supposed to take him after that?
To a warehouse.
To a warehouse?
Yep.
Located.
It tells you the name of the warehouse, the address, gives you the address of the warehouse.
Right. If you don't show up, what will happen?
I don't know. I suppose they'll send somebody else. They probably started calling me, or maybe they'll fucking kill me. I don't know.
Maybe I'll fucking kill you. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm going to leave the game there for tonight. Does anybody have anything they want to add to that at the end there? So, thank you for playing. I know that was an interesting.
Yeah, thank you. It's really awesome having you.
Yeah, very cool.
Thank you.
Really fun to have you, and hopefully we will get you being a vampire soon.
Yeah.
And, bearing in mind, as you're playing this character, keep in mind that, as I said to you at the beginning before we started, the main gist of this whole thing is the Order of Mars, leaning into this whole we're going into Gehenna kind of shortly sort of scenario. So if you decide that you want to create a character that is a vampire from the start that's designed to be part of the Order of Mars, I'd be happy with that. If you want to keep playing this character, and we will have to meander a little bit to fit them in, but that's cool as long as everybody's okay with that. I'm good with that too. So I just thought I'd run that past you now so you can think about it.
I'm good with little meander.
Little meander, okay.
Man, such a brilliant character idea. So well done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm learning
Yeah,
a lot
really
about
good.
chemicals, probably a little bit too much.
Right. Indeed. What we shall do is we shall go and raid somebody at this point.
Go get him.
Online.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you
Thank
all.
you.
Thanks for watching.
All
Thanks
who hath
all the
stayed.
people.
It's been a pity
Yes.
playing.
Yeah. Who's playing vampire? Nobody's playing vampire, but there's somebody
it's so
playing
late.
D&D. So we'll
What time is it there, Jesse?
Hey, it's 1 a.m. Sunday.
Oh, it's not too bad.
Not too bad.
No,
Yeah,
All right.
considering.
I usually don't go to bed until 2 or 3 anyway.
So
So
it's like
same here.
Saturday evening, Sunday
Hello.
morning kind of thing.
it's a rollover to Sunday now. Yep.
Right, gotcha. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, we're going to raid with 7 people. Thank you guys. You all have a great night, and thank you again.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye.
And thanks for playing with us and all that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Thank
now.
you.
So goodbye.
Cool. And we have raided someone. Who was it?
Oh.
I've already lost it. The name of the people that I raid.
Okay. I'm going now. Goodbye, guys.
All right, guys. You have a great
Hey.
night.
Bye,
We'll see you
goodbye.
later.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks, dude. You have a good one.
You too.